Are you ready for the ultimate Zarpado compilation facts? Subscribe and let's start. This life-size X-Wing was built entirely with Lego bricks. It weighs more than 22 short tons and is assembled from over 5 million pieces, making it the largest Lego model ever created. The feat took place in the Czech Republic. 32 people participated and devoted around 17,000 hours to complete this plastic colossus. Moving from spaceships to canines, Lou is an adventurous dog who goes rappelling alongside his owners. His humans, Maycrair and Carlson, bought him special gear so he can join them on all their expeditions. If details are your thing, the spiders you see were made from blown glass with such precision that they look real. They were created by the Class Symphony Studio experts in manipulating glass using tiny torches. This family of artisans does not only create spiders, they also make sculptures of scorpions, fish birds, and octopuses. Despite having sold more than 17,000 pieces, their spiders remain the most popular. In the world of extreme sports, asphalt sledding stands out for its speed. This type of skateboard is ridden sideways and can exceed 62 miles per hour thanks to its aerodynamic design. Another risky activity is volcano boarding. It consists of climbing a volcano and sliding down its slope on a board. In places like Cerro Negro in Nicaragua, it is a dangerous but highly sought-after attraction. Those who practice it must face toxic gases, sharp ash, and even the possibility of falling onto molten lava. The photographs of Alexandra Lear show mutant vehicles that seem from another world. This German artist fused her love for automobiles, the desert, and art into a single photographic collection. She met engineers and designers who owned cars so unique they look like they came straight out of a science fiction movie. Moving to the countryside, Hannah Simpson trained a cow to act like a horse. Lacking the resources to own an actual horse, she turned Layla, a 6-month-old calf, into her loyal adventure companion. Today, more than 12 years later, the cow still responds like a trained horse, a feat that proves dedication can break molds. The extreme motorcycle show inside a metal sphere uses centrifugal force to perform stunts on vertical and horizontal walls. This display of adrenaline and skill leaves everyone amazed. Perfect for speed and thrill lovers. The sand picture frame that changes landscapes when flipped is a masterpiece of creativity. The sand falls, forming different landscapes with controlled flow speed. Each turn reveals a new scene, creating a unique visual experience, perfect for lovers of interactive art. In contrast, this creature known as the rabbit cat is not a hybrid of two species. It is actually a rabbit with a congenital malformation that alters the way it walks. Although its appearance may be confusing, its owners care for it with great affection, debunking the myth circulating online about its origin. Antonio Romero Montero owns the largest video game collection in the world. It exceeds 20,000 titles and includes more than 100 different consoles. His childhood dream was to have as many video games as possible, and he clearly achieved it beyond expectations. Speaking of artistic innovation, there is a screen that projects images using bubbles. It was created by Rita Jara for a festival in Japan. The mechanism uses pulleys and fans to lift a net soaked in soap. When activated, it releases bubbles that form a kind of visual wall. In the middle of the Utah desert, artificial ponds dyed an intense blue look, like something from another planet. The company Intrepid Potash manages them from its headquarters in Denver. Its mission is to extract potassium-rich salts used in agricultural fertilizers. The color comes from a special dye that speeds up evaporation under the sun. On the other side of the continent in Germany, a kindergarten shaped like a cat was built. The Wolfartsweier kindergarten, located in Karlsruhe, has eyes as windows and a slide shaped like a tail. The building was designed by Tommy Ungerer and Ayla Susan Yundel in the year 2011. In Japan, gyms also surprise. In Tokyo, the maid gym offered workout routines assisted by girls dressed as maids. For $67, customers receive personalized training sports drinks and protein shakes. The metal toy Flippo Flip rolls and spins across a table, ideal for training patience and coordination. This classic toy is perfect for all ages, offering hours of entertainment. A toy that never goes out of style, Howard Lee, an artist of hyper-realistic optical illusions, creates drawings and paintings that look real. He plays with visual perception and explains his artistic process in videos. His works are fascinating and challenge perceived reality, a true master of illusion. Speaking of unusual luxuries in Switzerland, Mountain Air is bottled and sold for $16 per quart. It offers just a single breath of pure air, but in Asian cities with heavy pollution, it becomes a luxury many are willing to pay for. Along the same technological line, Japan developed Morpheus, the first robot capable of playing table tennis with humans. Created by the company Omron, this android does not just launch balls, it also responds with artificial intelligence based on the opponent's skill level. Now, something many people eat without knowing, apple seeds contain cyanide. Although they are toxic, the dose in each seed is minimal. To be truly dangerous, one would have to crush and chew at least 50. During the Second World War, a female dog named Smokey became a heroine. She was found in New Guinea and accompanied Captain William Wynne on more than 150 air raids. On one occasion, she saved 250 soldiers by carrying a cable through a pipe. Ray the Golden Retriever, with a single ear in the center of her head, went viral for her unique and adorable appearance. After an accident, her ear shifted and now looks like a unicorn horn. She is a small star on social media. Lollipopter is an object that looks like a twisted lollipop and changes shape when spun. It is used as an anti-stress toy or desk decoration, a fun way to relax and decorate. Aero Go-Go inflatable furniture inflates quickly with the push of a button and supports up to 661 pounds. With a rechargeable battery, it is ideal for small spaces or events. Practical and modern solutions. The €5,000 burger features luxury ingredients such as caviar, white truffle, and bread with edible gold. It is an exclusive and luxurious culinary experience, perfect for the most demanding palates. And if you thought all the strange things came from the past, Brazilian researchers have created flour made from cockroaches. They use an African species known as the locust cockroach, rich in protein. 10% of the mix contains ground insect, and according to them, the flavor is not very different from regular flour. The human body generates enough heat in 30 minutes to boil about 1 pint of water. By contrast, the heart can create enough pressure to spray blood up to about 30 feet away. Civilizations do not always fall because of war. The Akkadian Empire in Mesopotamia disappeared due to a brutal drought. Rivers dried up, crops failed, and hunger collapsed it from within. It was climate, not swords, that erased it from the map. The ability to survive the unthinkable was also demonstrated by Micah Chicken that lived 18 months without a head. A mistake during decapitation left part of his brain intact, and his owner fed him with an eyedropper. He became a celebrity in the United States and a real medical case that challenged the rules of life. Taxidermy transforms dead animals into figures that appear alive. It requires anatomical precision and sculptural skill so that a skin stuffed with foam or wire regains its original shape. Museums and collections use it to preserve species as if time stood still. Each pond measures more than 0.39 square miles and is lined with rubber to preserve the minerals. Evaporation can take up to 300 days. From Utah, we move to Bosnia, where an elderly woman claims to heal people by licking their eyes. Something equally unusual happens in the United Kingdom. There lives Jemima Packington, a woman who claims to predict the future by tossing asparagus into the air. She learned from her grandmother, who read tea leaves but insists asparagus reveals much more. If we descend to the bottom of the ocean, we find even stranger beings, bacteria that eat metal. In the wreck of the Titanic, bacteria, such as Halomonas titanica, consume iron, forming rusted structures. They could have a useful future in mining or decontamination. Life always finds a way. Adaptation is not only a matter for humans or machines. In the deserts of New Mexico and Arizona lives a lizard that forms a society of mothers. Aspidocellus neomexicanus reproduces without males cloning identical females. They even simulate mating to activate fertility. Novotropes is a kinetic sculpture that uses strobe light to create illusions of infinite motion. It is based on the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence, art and mathematics in harmony. The triathlon is a competition that combines swimming, cycling, and running in a single event. It demands endurance, strategy, and adaptability, a challenge for the most complete athletes. PW Desk Dock by NanoAF is a desk accessory with storage and customizable LED lighting that syncs with music. With a USB hub, it turns the desk into a functional and attractive space, style and functionality. The metal Inception spinning tops are exact high-precision replicas of the top from the movie Inception. Capable of spinning for up to 10 minutes on normal surfaces, there are 16 different models. They are collectible objects that also serve as visual distractions and conversation pieces perfect for fans and collectors. Specs geodes are pentagon-shaped magnets that allow the creation of complex geometric figures with more than 100 combinations. They function as anti-stress tools and are ideal for desks or offices. Fun and relaxation in one product. The ALO harness for blind dogs is a special harness with a front ring that acts as a tactile sensor to prevent collisions. It allows blind dogs to walk with greater safety and confidence, improving the quality of life of our canine friends. Automatic jar openers are motorized devices designed to open jars effortlessly. Ideal for elderly people or those with arthritis, they are compact and easy to use, making daily life easier. The iPhone case with a physical keyboard is a case that incorporates a real keyboard. It allows fast typing without losing screen space or sacrificing touch control. Productivity and comfort in a single accessory. And if we look at our own bodies, they are full of clues about our past. That membrane between the fingers, the tailbone, or the long palmar muscle are remnants of a forgotten evolutionary history. Even goosebumps were useful when we had more body hair and needed to look bigger or retain heat. The next time water is poured, pay attention to the sound. Cold water produces a higher pitch while hot water sounds deeper. This is not magic, but physics in action. Hot water has lower viscosity, so bubbles escape faster, and the sound becomes deeper while cold water traps bubbles, creating a clearer, sharper tone. Continuing with impressive records, in the year 1981, baseball hosted its longest game ever. It lasted 33 innings and more than 8 hours of play spread across 2 days. The Pawtucket Red Sox and the Rochester Red Wings battled cold and fatigue in an epic matchup that ended months later with only 19 loyal spectators remaining to the end. Tuba Shishman is a Turkish artist famous on YouTube for making hyper-realistic cakes that look like real objects. Her creations are true works of edible art, a unique talent. The jellyfish mood lamp humidifier creates jellyfish-shaped mist, LED lights, and aromatherapy. Controlled by voice or app, it creates a relaxing atmosphere. Technology and nature in one. The German cyclist Robert Furstemann, known as the man with steel legs, stands out in sprints for his power. An impressive athlete with a unique technique. Speed and strength on 2 wheels. In Lagos, Nigeria, Dr. David Tolarawa created the largest individual drawing in the world, measuring about 10,764 square feet. In artistic and medical achievement, combining passion and skill. In the year 2014, the sinking of the Seoul ferry in South Korea became a national trauma. Most of the passengers were students, and the crew abandoned the ship while children were told to stay put. The slow and chaotic official response and the death of 304 people, mostly young, exposed corruption, and led to the removal of President Park Geun-hye. Can you imagine paying at the supermarket just by holding out your hand? The microchip under the skin is already a reality and allows many people to say goodbye to wallets forever. By the early 1900s, in this vision, we see how the boundary between human and money fades with a small digital implant. It is a future where your body becomes your own credit card and financial identity. Discover the thermal camera that detects phone cancer before your device completely dies. This technology allows technicians to see excessive heat in circuits and identify exactly where the power failure is. It is like performing laser surgery on the device board to save all your important data. A heat X-ray that rescues the life of modern gadgets in seconds. Did you know the ridges on the edges of coins were created to catch scammers? In ancient times, people scraped gold and silver from the edges to collect precious metal without being noticed. The ridge design makes any alteration instantly visible, protecting the value of money. Even though modern coins are no longer made of precious metals, the design remains as pure historical tradition. Meet the robotic crab, the small guardian of beaches that uses artificial intelligence to hunt microplastics. This invention perfectly imitates the movement of a real crustacean to clean sand without disturbing the ecosystem. It is engineering working at full speed to repair the environmental damage left on our coasts. A metal army with technological claws trying to save ocean life. Erasli Arambula keeps a unique emotional treasure, a fetal pulse wristwatch with recorded heartbeats of her children from the womb. The Mexican actress uses it to meditate and calm the stress of fame, connecting with the purest sound of life. It is a beautiful example of how digital recording can serve as an anchor for mental peace. A heartbeat traveling through time to protect a mother's heart. That tiny black hole in airplane windows is not a manufacturing error. It is what keeps the glass intact. It is called a bleed hole, and it equalizes pressure between the window panes during flight. It prevents the window from bursting due to air pressure at thousands of feet, and also prevents fogging. A small invisible safety detail that lets you enjoy the clouds without worry. Would you drink a liquor that was educated with classical music? In Japan, there is a fermentation chamber where sake is exposed to Mozart symphonies. It is believed sound vibrations help yeast work better, creating a sweeter and more refined flavor. It is the ultimate example of art and microorganisms joining forces to delight the human palate. It seems even sake has a very refined musical taste. If you hate weeds in your yard, a propane flamethrower is the fastest and most entertaining solution. Instead of using chemical poisons that damage the soil, this tool uses direct heat to incinerate weeds in seconds. It is the favorite method of gardeners who prefer the power of fire over boring herbicides. Clean your garden like a professional and eliminate weeds with an epic touch. Did you know the air cushioning in your athletic shoes has a space origin? This technology was originally invented by NASA for astronaut helmets to absorb extreme impacts. Frank Rudy adapted this system for runners, creating a revolution in fashion and protecting your knees with every step. You carry galactic engineering on your feet every time you walk down the street. Eduardo Verastegui has a loud but effective method for working. He rings a bronze bell to cleanse the energy of his office. The actor believes the sound of metal breaks negative energy and allows clearer decision-making. He prefers this ancient ritual over any modern digital air purifier. A touch of acoustic mysticism to maintain mental peace amid success. Stainless steel was born from an incredible mistake when Harry Brearley was searching for a metal to make war weapons. When he noticed a discarded piece in the trash did not rust despite moisture, he discovered the material that revolutionized kitchens worldwide. What failed to kill became the foundation of modern hygiene. A lucky failure that lets your cutlery shine forever. That small notch at the bottom of your coffee cup has a brilliant purpose. It is a hidden dishwasher drain. It allows wash water to flow out instead of pooling when the cup is placed upside down. It prevents wet feet when unloading dishes and ensures everything comes out clean and dry. Pure household engineering in a detail that was always right in front of you. Does your plant get thirsty and you do not know how it can ask for water? Now it can send you a text message. Thanks to moisture sensors and Wi-Fi technology, your pots can alert your phone when the soil is dry. It is the future of interspecies communication, where your garden has a digital life connected directly to your pocket. No more drama of wilted plants due to forgetfulness. Did you know you have never truly seen yourself in a normal mirror? The reality mirror uses double reflection to show you as the rest of the world sees you without reversing your image. It challenges perception and confronts you with your true face for the first time. It is visual truth technology that removes the lie of traditional mirrors. Get ready to meet your real self. Meet the emotional intelligence Ring, a gadget that knows you are angry before you do. It uses conductivity sensors to measure stress and sends an alert to your phone when it detects anxiety or anger. It works as a mirror of your feelings, allowing you to breathe before exploding. Technology trying to translate the silence of your nervous system to save your relationships. That small hole at the bottom of padlocks is not a defect, it is a life-saving drainage system. It allows water to escape so ice does not break the internal mechanism, and also lets oil be added if rust tries to jam it. It is a gem of preventive engineering that most people ignore while trusting their security to that piece of metal. An invisible solution that lets a padlock last for decades in rain or snow. Discover the seed planting drone, the flying army that is reforesting the planet at full speed. This device fires seeds using compressed air, managing to plant thousands of trees in a single day, something impossible for a human. It is the ultimate environmental engineering tool to restore forests from the air and save ecosystems. Metal and air working together to bring green back to Earth on a massive scale. Did you know the first robot that played chess was the greatest hoax of the 18th century? The Turk appeared to be an intelligent machine, but actually hit a small man inside who moved the pieces. It was the first major deepfake in history, showing the human desire to create artificial intelligence long before computers existed. A brilliant scam that traveled the world, fooling the wisest minds of its time. Writing on any table using pure light is now a reality thanks to the laser keyboard. This gadget projects a luminous interface and uses infrared sensors to detect finger movement while typing. It frees you from carrying heavy keyboards and makes you look like you stepped out of a science fiction movie in any cafe. Writing of the future projected with photons so you can work in style anywhere. Forget the internet myth. The colored square on toothpaste tubes does not indicate whether it is chemical or natural. It is an optical reading mark that tells factory robots where to cut and seal the tube. It is an industrial detail misunderstood for years but vital for perfect dental hygiene. A simple technological guide for machines unrelated to ingredients. Imagine an umbrella with no fabric. That is how the air umbrella works. This invention uses a powerful jet of air to deflect raindrops, creating an invisible shield above your head. It protects you from storms without physical barriers or fighting the wind, offering a minimalist design from the future. The ultimate aerodynamic defense to walk in the rain without getting a single eyelash wet. That hole in the tab of soda cans has a secret use you will love. It is designed to hold the straw. Just rotate the metal tab and insert the straw so carbonation does not make it float or move while you drink. A brilliant design detail most people discover by accident after years of using it wrong. A small stability trick to enjoy your drink like a true expert. Mexico is revolutionizing the world with cutlery made from avocado pits. This technology uses agricultural waste to create a bioplastic that disappears in a few months, protecting oceans from eternal trash. It is the most innovative and ecological answer to replace polluting plastic, born from the heart of everyone's favorite fruit. The avocado saving the planet through incredible plant engineering. Have you ever noticed the black rings on your headphone connectors? They are not decoration. They are insulators that separate audio channels so music flows perfectly. Each section carries a different signal, left, right, and microphone preventing electrical mixing that could ruin your favorite song. A tiny engineering detail we touch daily without knowing it guards our sound. There is an object of bioart as extreme as it is dark called the laser pulse clock. This device lightly burns the skin to mark the passing seconds, leaving a real scar as a reminder of time slipping away. It is an artistic and slightly ironic critique of our obsession with measuring every moment. A painful and permanent way to turn your own body into a temporal canvas. Meet Yalitza Aparicio in her refuge of peace, a traditional backstrap loom she brings to all her film sets. The Mexican actress uses this indigenous technology between Hollywood scenes to calm her mind and reconnect with her ancestral roots. It is her shield of identity against the chaos of fame and modern digital cinema. A beautiful example of how threads of history can support a star's success. Did you know surgeons operate without touching anything thanks to projection keyboards? This technology allows surgeons to control machines using gestures in the air, preventing bacteria from contaminating the operating room. It is a future where the human hand becomes the digital interface, protecting patient lives with pure technological magic. An incredible advance that merges medicine and science fiction. Imagine windows that turn opaque at the press of a switch. That is smart glass. It uses a layer of liquid crystals that react to electricity to give instant privacy without curtains. It is the perfect solution to control light and prying eyes in the home of the future with one button. Technological manipulation of photons to turn your house into a bunker of calm in seconds. Discover Juanes and his infinite energy backpack equipped with an integrated solar charging station. The Colombian singer rejects common power outlets during travel, preferring sunlight to power his communication devices. It reflects his full commitment to ecology and green technology in daily life. A brilliant way to keep Latin talent connected directly to the energy of the planet. Can you imagine charging your phone just by walking? The kinetic wrist charger turns the movement of your arm into real electricity for your gadgets. It is engineering's answer to freeing us from cables by transforming your physical energy into pure digital power. Your own body working like a walking battery so you never lose signal while exercising. Victoria Ruffo has a romantic ritual that feels taken from another century. She only writes her love letters on a crystal typewriter. The actress says digital messages feel too cold and prefers the weight of the keys to leave a real mark on paper. It is her way of protecting her feelings from the speed of modern chats with transparent elegance. Pure Latin drama written with the class of a unique relic. Did you know the zipper was a complete failure that nobody wanted to use for 20 years? Its inventor, Gideon Sunback, had to fight public rejection until he perfected the interlocking teeth we all use today. At first, it was only used on heavy boots, but now it is the definitive fastener of global fashion. An invention that proves human persistence can turn a mistake into a real-life standard. The design of bread knives is pure physics. Their serrated teeth break the hard crust without crushing the soft crumb inside. This allows perfect slices without pressing down and keeps the air bubbles in the bread intact. It is a piece of culinary engineering we use by instinct every morning to avoid ruining our sandwich. Friction technology applied to bread, so breakfast is always a work of art. Paramagnetic paint is like owning a chameleon car that changes color instantly with an electric signal. This technology reorients pigments using magnetism, allowing you to alter the appearance of objects based on your mood. It is a modern chemistry relic that gives inanimate things a shifting, chromatic life. The future where the real world changes skin as fast as a living creature. Did you know the space pen was not just a NASA whim? Contrary to the myth that astronauts used pencils, they needed pressurized ink to write in zero gravity. Pencils released graphite that could cause dangerous short circuits, so this pen was created to write upside down and even in a vacuum. A technological relic proving humans can document adventures even among the stars. Those horizontal lines on famous red plastic cups are not decoration. They are secret measurements for parties. The bottom line marks 1 ounce for liquor, the middle line marks 5 ounces for wine, and the top line marks 12 ounces for beer. It is an invisible measuring system that helps control intake without any scale. A utilitarian design hiding the ultimate guide for the bartender inside us all. Meet the electric pasta fork, the ultimate invention for lovers of extreme comfort. This gadget spins automatically to wrap spaghetti without moving your wrist at all. It is the perfect example of how humans try to mechanize even eating with humor and laziness. Cutlery coming to life to serve Italian flavor in the laziest way possible. Sebastian Rulli has an eccentric habit that will leave you amazed. He owns a meditation seat with magnetic levitation. The actor uses powerful magnets to stay suspended in the air while meditating, believing that removing contact with the ground elevates his spirit. It is his way of using physical technology as a wellness tool to find total peace in zero gravity. A clear example of Latin talent using magnetic repulsion to attract absolute calm. Discover the ultrasonic ice chisel, a tool that uses high-frequency vibrations to cut frozen blocks like butter. Thanks to this technology, artists can create stunning ice sculptures in seconds without body heat melting the work. It is the perfect union of sound and extreme cold to achieve surgical precision in ice art. Invisible vibrations transforming solid matter into fleeting frozen beauty. Did you know transparent console controllers were born from a security measure in prisons? Transparent electronics were originally designed so guards could see if inmates hid contraband inside devices. What started as a prison control system became an aesthetic trend loved by gamers worldwide. A dark origin for one of the most iconic and nostalgic tech designs. Say goodbye to guessing if an avocado is ripe with this molecular texture scanner. It uses spectroscopy technology to analyze the inside of the fruit without touching or damaging it at the store. This technological eye sees through nature's skin to tell you exactly how ready your food is. The ultimate relic that ends food uncertainty and saves your salads. Belinda takes her beauty routine very seriously, which is why she owns a makeup fridge with precise temperature control. The singer says her pigments and creams must stay cool to remain effective under camera lights. It is aesthetic discipline taken to the extreme, using refrigeration as a shield to keep her image flawless. A technological luxury serving the most demanding Latin beauty. The thermal butter knife is a brilliant invention that uses the heat of your own hand to warm the metal blade. It needs no batteries and transfers your biological temperature so you can cut cold butter without destroying bread. It is thermodynamics applied to breakfast in a simple and efficient way to avoid morning stress. Your own body working as the energy source for perfect toast spreading. Meet the patch that warns you when you need water. This biopatch analyzes your sweat and changes color to alert you that your body needs hydration immediately. It turns your skin into a real-time information interface to protect you from fatigue or heat exhaustion during exercise. The future where your biology communicates directly with technology to keep you at full performance. The diamond scalpel is the sharpest tool in the world, with an edge only a few atoms thick. It is used in high-precision eye surgery because its cuts are so perfect, the human eye can heal without leaving a single scar. It surpasses any metal known on Earth, turning geological luxury into medicine's greatest ally. Molecular precision pushed to the limit to save vision with the strongest gem. Did you know the small hole at the base of incense holders is ancient safety technology? It is not decorative. Its purpose is to secure the stick so it does not fall and start a fire. It keeps the wooden rod perfectly aligned while it burns, protecting your home while you relax. An ancestral design detail that guards your life and your house with total stability. Meet Bowlingle, the translator that finally tells you what your dog is saying. This technology analyzes bark frequencies to alert you if your pet is hungry, scared, or wants to play. It combines artificial intelligence with animal language to break the communication barrier between you and your furry best friend. A future where your dog's voice becomes a notification on your phone. Have you noticed the small bumps on the F and J keys of your keyboard? They have a brilliant tactile purpose. They help your fingers find the correct position without looking. This invisible technology boosts typing speed and lets touch guide the brain automatically. An ergonomic detail that simplifies digital life every time you write. Discover the smart mirror that simulates any environment so your makeup is always perfect. It can recreate cold office lighting or the warm glow of a nightclub, ensuring you look flawless in any real situation. It is technology eliminating color mistakes you usually notice only after leaving home. a beauty ally that controls light so your appearance never betrays you. That cylindrical bulge on your monitor or laptop cables has a technical name, ferrite core. Its job is to act as a magnetic shield that filters electrical interference and protects data purity. It prevents external noise from corrupting information traveling through the cable, keeping hardware safe. A silent guardian of your digital life that has always been in front of you. Salma Hayek takes technological symbiosis to the limit with a watch powered by the heat of her skin. Thanks to thermoelectric technology, the watch converts body temperature into pure energy, so it never needs batteries or manual charging. Her own biology is the engine keeping time moving on her wrist, a perfect union of human biology and high watchmaking for a star who never stops. Can you imagine cooking with a beam? The plasma knife is cutting-edge technology that uses an electric arc to slice food. As it cuts, it instantly cauterizes meat-sealing juices inside and preserving flavor. It is a relic of molecular gastronomy, bringing stellar physics straight to dinner. Pure energy transforming cuisine for the most demanding palates. Did you know tennis balls secretly help older adults? Many people cut them and place them on walker legs, allowing smooth, silent movement across floors. It is a brilliant example of home engineering that improves mobility and stability for those who need it most. A sports object that ends up supporting human movement and rest. Meet the stress control patch that smells your emotions and reacts to calm you. If it detects an increased pulse from anxiety, it automatically releases lavender fragrance to relax the nervous system. It is like carrying a smart aromatherapy session on your skin that acts before you lose control. Scent technology working as a biological shield against real-world stress. Why do some competitive paper airplanes have holes in their wings? It is not a mistake, but aerodynamic technology to stabilize the center of gravity and improve airflow. This allows the plane to fly in a straight line and reach distances normal paper cannot. A childhood game transformed into high-level engineering for winning competitions. The tragic death of Selena Quintanilla left behind a legendary object, a gold ring with a Fabergé egg that fell from her hand that day. This jewel symbolized her immense success and love for precious detail, marking the end of the Tex-Mex queen's dreams. The ring remains a relic of fame's fragility and the beauty of her artistic legacy. A reminder that the story of a Latin angel can be forever engraved in gold. Did you know there is a sleep monitor that knows everything about you without touching you? It is placed under the mattress and uses advanced sensors to measure heartbeat and breathing through bedding layers. It delivers a detailed report of sleep quality without watches or patches, the future where rest becomes valuable information every night. Discover the graphene patch that monitors blood sugar through sweat without a single needle. It is a revolution for people with diabetes, turning skin into a smart sensor that sends data directly to the phone. This medical biohacking technology removes needle pain and invisibly improves quality of life. Nanotechnology working through perspiration to keep health fully controlled. Have you ever felt strange pressure when putting on earbuds? That small hole in the silicone tips is vital ventilation technology that equalizes air pressure. Without it, your eardrums would suffer and bass would lose power. It is an acoustic design relic we touch daily, so music does not harm our ears. Thermal invisibility cloaks are no longer science fiction, but real science that blocks body heat. They use advanced materials to hide infrared signatures, making you invisible to thermal cameras. It is the ultimate camouflage that challenges human biology to vanish in real-world darkness. A piece of physical engineering that turns you into a digital ghost in seconds. Did you know before the pull key on sardine cans opening food required brute force? People used hammers and chisels until this mechanical relic arrived to save the day. Rolling technology allowed anyone to access food with a simple wrist twist, an invention that defined how we eat and retired heavy tools from kitchens. That dot on wine bottle caps is not for you, but for robots. It is an alignment mark so bottling machines know where to apply precise force and seal without breaking glass. It is an invisible technological signal, ensuring wine reaches the table perfectly sealed. An industrial design detail guarding the quality of every toast. With the disappearance of real bees, pollinator drones have arrived equipped with liquid silk bristles. These robots imitate the biological system of insects to touch flowers and ensure our crops keep producing food. It is artificial intelligence working to sustain the planet's biology and prevent a global food crisis, a metal army saving nature so humans do not go hungry. Discover the water keyboard, an experimental interface where the keys are real liquid bubbles. When you press each drop, optical sensors detect the movement and translate it into letters and data for your computer. It is a technological relic that aims to unite the fluidity of liquids with the precision of digital information. Writing has never been as refreshing as in this system that turns water into your personal data tool. The notches on your house keys are actually a physical binary code engraved in metal. Each ridge has a number that the lock pins must read mathematically to let you into your home. You carry a cryptographic system in your pocket every day, without knowing your security depends on a perfect physical formula. A metal code designed to protect your privacy with pure geometric precision. Cutting the stickiest cheese is now easy with the ultrasonic knife that vibrates 20,000 times per second. This frequency prevents anything from sticking to the blade, allowing surgical cuts without destroying the structure of your favorite foods. It is molecular engineering applied to fine cooking, so your cheese boards look magazine perfect. Sound working for your palate to achieve the perfect slice with no effort. Did you know most people read medicine measuring cups incorrectly? To avoid dosage errors, you must look at the bottom of the curve the liquid forms called the meniscus. This small law of physics ensures you take the exact amount of medicine your body needs to heal, a vital precision detail in your health story that can prevent serious problems from a simple visual mistake. The DNA microchip allows the entire story of humanity to be stored in a single drop of organic liquid, turning our own molecules into the ultimate hard drive. It is the epic point where biology and technology merge into one relic capable of storing every piece of real-world data forever. Imagine your own genetic code becoming the library of the universe, the future where humans stop using machines and become the technology themselves. Did you know music icon Mark Anthony has the real eccentricity of owning a collection of ancient Egyptian art, including a rare object, a royal sarcophagus decorating one of his mansions? The artist feels a connection to this ancient belief system, treating each 1,000-year-old relic as a source of energy for his music. The king of salsa, living surrounded by the true history of the pharaohs in his own living room. Meet Mexican boxer Jorge Elmar Romero Paez, who had the unique habit of entering the ring dressed as a ballet dancer, a clown, or even wearing a wedding dress. Each entrance was a spectacle relic that confused the real world, but once the bell rang, his true power was unstoppable. He is the only warrior capable of doing a backflip after knocking out his opponent with a single punch. Discover why Dominican baseball player Adrian Beltre had the strange habit of hating anyone touching his head, causing playful chases all over the field. This personal defense system became a comedic relic in Major League Baseball as teammates tried to touch him after a home run just to see his explosive reaction. A third baseman who defended his hairstyle more fiercely than the base itself. Did you know Frida Kahlo had an unusual system of pets, including a real deer named Granizo and several monkeys that lived in her bed? The artist saw these beings as relics of Mexican nature, integrating them into her daily life in paintings to express pain and love. She was the painter who turned her home into a jungle of art and animal companionship to never feel alone. Have you heard of Brazilian swimmer Daniel Dias, who was born with limb malformations but developed such a powerful swimming system that he won 27 medals? His body is a relic of perseverance that defies physical laws in real water, moving with power that feels like magic. He proved the engine of will is the fastest system in any pool. Did you know Argentine boxer Nicolino Loche, nicknamed the Untouchable, had the habit of smoking a cigarette in the locker room just before fighting 15 rounds. His relic of style was perfect defense, dodging punches with hands down and a smile as if dancing in the real ring. He was the genius who could leave an hour-long battle without a single hair out of place. Meet the strange plant known as the fever flower, a relic of the Andes with the real ability to raise its own temperature to melt snow around it. This natural heating system allows it to bloom in extreme cold, where nothing else survives. It is the plant that carries its own internal radiator to defeat the harshest winter. Discover the strange invention called the mondonguetor, a real mechanical system created in the Caribbean to quickly clean beef intestines for traditional soups. Before this local engineering relic, the process took hours, but this brush-powered motor revolutionized popular cooking. It is the machine that sped up the flavor of Sunday meals in thousands of Latin homes. Did you know Cuban baseball pitcher Orlando El Duque Hernandez lifted his knee almost to his nose before throwing the ball? This movement relic worked as a visual distraction system that hypnotized batters before striking them out. It was like watching a ballet dancer performing magic from the mound. Discover the strange objects known as the stone spheres of Costa Rica, hundreds of perfectly round stone balls carved centuries ago. The system used to create them is a relic of knowledge that archaeologists still cannot fully explain. They look like giant bowling balls dropped in the middle of the jungle. Discover the strange plant called the Amazon water lily, a relic of the Amazon River with leaves so large and strong that a real child can sit on them without sinking. This floating system uses a rib structure underneath that looks like real engineering, designed to support weight on water. It is the largest and strongest green carpet nature has ever set afloat. The hydrogen combustion engine driven by Guatemalan inventor Ricardo Mila is a real system designed to move cars using water. This clean energy relic was born from Latin ingenuity to create a less polluted world challenging major oil companies. It is the dream of traveling roads powered by the most abundant and pure resource on Earth. Did you know Italian tenor Luciano Pavarotti had the habit of carrying bent nails in his pockets during every performance for luck? He found these objects on stages and treated them as protective relics, believing this ritual prevented his voice from failing before thousands of people. The giant of opera who could not sing without feeling twisted metal against his leg. Meet Dominican baseball pitcher Juan Marichal and his throwing system, where he lifted his legs so high it covered his own face from the batter. This style relic, known as the high kick, confused opponents, visually making it impossible to see the pitch coming. He looked like a rubber statue in motion before delivering a devastating strike. Did you know Mexican boxer Eric El Terrible Morales had the habit of switching his stance mid-round just to mock his opponent? This combat system was a relic of absolute confidence, proving he could dominate the ring with either hand. He was the warrior who played with his opponent's minds while his fists delivered the verdict. Have you heard of the strange invention called the nap hat? A padded helmet with a suction cup designed to sleep attached to subway windows. This Japanese comfort relic allows commuters to rest without their heads rolling, keeping the neck stable. It is the funniest solution for those who want to dream while commuting to work. Discover the strange object known as the Sabu disc, a real schist artifact from 5,000 years ago that looks like a modern propeller. This ancient design system is a relic historians still cannot explain because its shape was far too advanced for its time. It is a stone mystery that seems designed for a machine that did not yet exist. Meet the strange organism called the bridal veil mushroom, a real being that unfolds a perfect white net resembling silk lace. This structural system drops from the top in just hours, creating an ephemeral beauty relic in tropical forests. It is the mushroom that dresses for a formal night party that lasts only one day. Discover why Venezuelan baseball pitcher Felix Hernandez, known as the King, had the habit of kissing his tattoo and pointing to the sky after each perfect inning. This gesture system was his personal relic of faith, connecting his arm with a higher force in the stadium. Look at the strange invention of the self-following suitcase, a system with real sensors that makes luggage roll behind you without touching it. It is a design relic for modern travelers who want free hands while crossing airports. It looks like a wheeled box following you like a loyal metal pet. Meet the strange plant called Drosera, a real carnivorous relic that sparkles with sticky drops that look like diamonds in the sun. This liquid trap system catches insects, slowly wrapping them to feed. It is the most dangerous jewel of any garden, using shine to lure dinner into a deadly embrace. Discover the Dresden Codex, a real Maya relic containing astronomical systems, so precise they predicted eclipses centuries ago. It is the oldest book in the Americas surviving fires and wars to show how ancient civilizations read the real sky. It is a true star map written on tree bark paper. The aerial cycling ride is a real rail system where you pedal while suspended dozens of feet above the ground. It is a relic of extreme fun, allowing views of the jungle from a unique perspective, mixing exercise with height-driven adrenaline. It is the most thrilling bike ride where your feet hang over empty space. Have you heard of the strange invention called the shoe-hone phone, a real telephone hidden in the heel of a shoe used in secret missions? This espionage technology relic allowed communication without suspicion, becoming the ancestor of wrist devices we use today. It is the wildest tool in history for talking while pretending to tie your shoes. Meet the strange organism known as the dead man's fingers fungus, a real growth that emerges from the ground shaped like dark, twisted fingers. This growth system looks like a horror relic rising from the soil, though it simply decomposes old wood in forests. It is the creepiest sight you could find on a hike, looking like someone trying to escape underground. Did you know that the legendary Julio Iglesias never steps on stage without hiding a salt talisman? You heard that right. The greatest heartthrob in history firmly believes this mineral crystal absorbs all the bad vibes from the audience before they reach his throat. Nobody, absolutely nobody, is allowed to touch his secret amulet because he considers it the mystical anchor of his worldwide success. It seems that to be both a rogue and a gentleman, you also need a bit of alchemy. Imagine that to save yourself from an astrological curse, you had to marry a tree. In some regions of India, if you are born under a negative stellar alignment, a botanical wedding is celebrated, so the bad luck passes to the trunk instead of your future spouse. After the ceremony, the tree is symbolically cut down to leave you free and without any trace of misfortune. That is truly having a romance with nature to trick destiny. Did you know that Panamanian baseball pitcher Mariano Rivera used a strict concentration system based on total silence, refusing any music before stepping onto the mound? His relic of success was a single pitch called the cutter that systematically shattered the bats of his rivals. He was the royal closer who turned the stadium into a grave of hope for the opposing team with just one motion. Would you dare to dance with your ancestors? In Madagascar, there is a tradition called Falmadihana, where families remove their dead from tombs for an unforgettable party. They wrap the remains in new silk, dance with them, and tell them the latest family gossip to keep the bond alive. It is an explosion of love and music, where death is not the end, but the perfect excuse for one last dance. Did you know that throwing the bridal bouquet began as a survival tactic? In France during the 14th century, guests became so intense that they tried to rip pieces of the bride's dress for good luck. To escape safely, the bride would throw the bouquet as a distraction. What today is a sweet moment began as a diversion maneuver to avoid ending up in rags at the altar. Discover Benicio del Toro's strangest collection. He keeps the baby teeth of his dogs. The tough actor stores these remains in glass jars because he feels their pure loyalty lives inside them. For him, they are small relics that connect him with the faithful companions who joined him at different stages of his life. Who would have guessed that behind that serious look hid a collector of canine smiles? Watch where you walk in the United States because you might find the underwear tree. This extremely rare custom began as a joke among hikers to celebrate surviving a brutally difficult route. Now trekkers hang their underwear as a trophy of war and a mark of physical effort. It is the most literal and slightly smelly way to leave a human trace in the middle of nature. Did you know that the chocolate chip cookie was a delicious mistake? In 1930, Ruth Wakefield ran out of powdered chocolate and decided to chop up a bar, thinking it would melt into the dough. The pieces stayed whole and created a culinary legend. What should have been a kitchen disaster became the world's favorite snack. Bless the accidents that end up in the oven. Would you marry someone who is no longer alive? In France, necrogamy is legal under very special circumstances. If you can prove that your partner fully intended to marry you before dying, the state allows the posthumous union. You become a legal widow or widower immediately after saying yes in a ceremony where love proves it can leap over the barrier of death. A truly eternal and slightly macabre form of romance. Cellophane was born because someone hated stained tablecloths. Jacques Brandenburger wanted to invent a fabric that would not absorb wine, but his plastic experiment completely peeled off. Instead of giving up, he realized he had a transparent, flexible film ideal for wrapping food. That is how a dirty tablecloth and a failed experiment revolutionized the way we store sandwiches today. Did you know that before rolling suitcases existed, porters had to train like athletes? In the Victorian era, suitcase walking involved carrying enormous weights on the head to move travelers' luggage. The only technology available was the raw strength of these men's necks. Today we owe our backs to a simple plastic wheel that retired centuries of extreme effort. Andy Garcia keeps a shocking birth secret. He was born with a conjoined twin attached to his shoulder. About the size of a ball, his underdeveloped brother was surgically removed at birth, leaving a scar he still carries today. It is a fascinating reminder that even the most perfect faces in cinema have incredible origin stories. His life began with a medical battle for his own individuality. Stainless steel was discovered in the trash, literally. Harry Brearley was searching for a medal for gun barrels but tossed his failed attempts aside. Weeks later, he noticed one of those pieces shining in the rain while the others were rusted. That war discard became the material that now shines in your cutlery and kitchen tools. A brilliant mistake that saved us from eating with rust. Did you know that bearing a baby's belly button can define their future? In many parts of Latin America, there is a tradition of bearing the umbilical cord with a book or a tool. The idea is that destiny will guide the child toward that profession. A doctor if buried with a stethoscope, or a writer if with a pen. It is the oldest and most curious spiritual GPS for choosing a career from the cradle. Bear bile wine may be the most controversial and bitter drink in the world. In some parts of Asia, it is consumed under the belief that the animal's bile fluid purifies the body and grants longevity. Although it is an illegal and cruel practice, it remains a relic of ancient beliefs that challenge modern medicine. A striking example of how far human superstition goes in the search for eternal health. Pedro Pascal has a very peculiar rehearsal method. He uses dolls of himself. The actor collects his own action figures to plan how his body will fall in stunt scenes and avoid real injuries. Watching his on-screen deaths through toys helps him perfect his craft with a touch of humor. He is the only man who can say he plays with his own plastic version to save his skin. Salma Hayek lives in a house of owls. The Mexican actress has a rescue sanctuary on her property and lets these birds perch on her while she meditates or reads scripts. She says the energy of these animals improves her intuition and gives her a peace she finds nowhere else. Mexico's most global star seeks wisdom in the gaze of the night's most mysterious creatures. Deep in Bolivia, miners have a pact with El Tío of the mine. They offer alcohol coca leaves and cigarettes to a devil statue to protect them from cave-ins and show them mineral veins. It is a dark ritual where fear and faith mix hundreds of feet underground. A mystical contract where darkness is honored in order to return to the light. The final secret of Selena Quintanilla was a gold and diamond ring that slipped from her hand in the ambulance. That jewel, which symbolized her overwhelming success, became a relic of pain for millions of fans after her tragic death. a small luxury object that stood as a silent witness to the moment when the brightest voice of Tex-Mex went out. Proof that even the most radiant biography can change in a second. Can you imagine meditating at freezing temperatures? J Balvin does it in his own cryogenic room. The Colombian singer claims the extreme cold under 0 Fahrenheit resets his mind and removes all the stress from his world tours. It is an extreme technique to stay calm in a world that moves at top speed. It seems that to be the kid from Medellin, you need very cold blood in a frozen mine. Gael Garcia Bernal has a collection of soils from around the world. The actor keeps a bit of dirt in jars from every place where he films a movie, claiming each soil holds the essence of the culture that transformed him. It is his way of anchoring himself to the planet and remembering the journeys that shaped his career. A collector who seeks not gold, but the very roots of the places he steps on. Have you ever been cleansed with an egg? This Latin tradition is the cheapest and most famous diagnosis against the evil eye. The egg is passed over the body to absorb bad energies and then cracked into a glass of water to read the results. If bubbles or strange shapes appear, you know someone was jealous of you. A mix of faith and mysticism that remains alive in every Latin household. Rita Moreno is the queen of stylish recycling. She wore the same dress at the Oscars in 1962 and 2018. The legendary Puerto Rican actress proved that elegance has no expiration date by looking flawless in the same garment 56 years later. She says the fabric kept its victorious energy, and we say she completely defied time. An example of how a legend can shine beyond any passing trend. Silly putty was a hilariously failed military project. During the Second World War, scientists tried to create synthetic rubber, but ended up with a mass that bounced and copied newspaper ink. It was useless for war, but became the favorite toy of millions of children. Sometimes a sticky mistake is exactly what the world needs to have some fun. How do Arctic explorers know if the ground is safe? By kicking it. The technique of kicking the ice is vital for trusting your life to the frozen surface. They use their own weight and listen to the sound to detect cracks. It is a crude but effective form of measurement where one wrong step can end in a very, very cold bath. Pure human endurance against the power of nature. The sad and curious fate of Mauricio Garces's wardrobe ended with no buyers for his famous silk robes. Mexico's greatest seducer died and his belongings went to auction, where the public ignored his uniform of elegance. It was the end of an era where the robe was the ultimate symbol of conquest. It seems that the rice style could not be inherited even in the finest silk. Bad Bunny examines his diamonds under a microscope. The Bad Bunny trusts no one and uses laboratory technology to verify the purity of every jewel he wears. He takes his obsession with luxury to a scientific level, making sure his opulence is as authentic as his music. It is the perfect mix of the streets and the precision of an expert jeweler. Want strong teeth? Bury one in a tree. In some rural areas of Latin America, there is a belief that if you bury a baby tooth near a strong tree, the child's adult teeth will grow with the same forest strength. It is like an eco-friendly version of the tooth fairy, where nature takes care of your smile. A simple rite of passage that unites our roots with our biology. Discover Pedro Pascal's lava amulet. The actor collected a stone from a real volcano and claims the Earth's heat gives him the endurance needed to withstand Hollywood pressure. He never travels to a shoot without his geological core of stability. It seems everyone's favorite Mandalorian needs a bit of volcanic fire to keep his spirit burning. Isa Gonzalez has her own three-dimensional skull on her desk. The Mexican actress had an exact replica of her bone structure, printed to study her facial expressions and understand how she looks on camera. It is an impressive level of anatomical detail to perfect her acting. Seeing your own skeleton every day is an extreme way to get to know yourself. Would you dare to climb the greased pole? This traditional Latin sport consists of scaling a giant pole covered in grease to reach prizes at the top. It is a hilarious, slippery battle against gravity where muscles and patience are tested before a laughing crowd. the stickiest and most fun challenge of any proper town festival. Discover prism glasses, the ultimate invention for the lazy. These glasses use mirrors to rotate your vision 90 degrees, letting you watch television or read while lying completely flat without lifting your neck. It is the dream of any couch lover who wants to enjoy their favorite series without moving a single muscle. Technology serving absolute rest with a bit of comedy. Did you know the hole in BIC pen caps can save your life? It is not decorative. It allows air to pass through if someone accidentally swallows the cap and it gets stuck in the throat. This tiny engineering detail has prevented thousands of choking accidents worldwide without us noticing. An invisible lifesaver you carry in your pencil case every day. Do you remember the mood ring? This jewelry craze from the 1970s used thermal crystals that change color based on the heat of your skin. Although everyone believed it revealed secret emotions, it was really just a very fun finger thermometer, a chemical relic that tried to color our feelings with a bit of science and lots of imagination. Did the bristles on your toothbrush change color? That is a sign. Many brushes have color indicators that fade with use to tell you they are no longer cleaning properly, and it is time to replace them. It is simple visual technology most of us ignore, but that quietly protects your smile. Listen to the colors and keep your dental hygiene at its best. Post-it notes were the success of a glue that did not stick to anything. Spencer Silver wanted to create a super strong adhesive, but ended up with one so weak it came off just by looking at it. A colleague realized it was perfect for marking pages without damaging them, and that is how an office icon was born. Sometimes being a little weak is the greatest strength of a great invention. Ricky Martin owns a real island in Brazil where he has created a private reservation system to protect local wildlife. The artist treats this refuge as his relic of total disconnection from the real world where he lives, surrounded by nature with no technological luxuries. He is a true star who prefers the sound of the Latin jungle over the applause of crowds. Did you ever try to erase ink with the blue side of the eraser and rip the page? We were all fooled. That blue part is not for ink, but for thicker or rougher paper that needs more friction. Its technology is more aggressive for removing stubborn graphite, not for correcting pens. It is the biggest school myth that has ruined thousands of notebooks over the years. Saccharin was discovered because of a very sweet hygiene mistake. A chemist forgot to wash his hands before dinner and noticed his bread tasted incredibly sweet. When he returned to the lab, he discovered the compound that now sweetens diets all over the world. A cleaning error gave birth to a billion-dollar industry. Who would have thought not washing your hands could bring such a tasty benefit? Meet the reality mirror, the object that shows you exactly how others see you. Unlike regular mirrors that flip your image, this one uses two angled mirrors to correct the reflection and show your true face. Seeing yourself the right way for the first time can be a strong psychological shock. It is the ultimate visual truth that challenges everything you thought you knew about your own face. Have you ever wondered what the hole in the handle of pots is really for? Although many people use it to hang them, its original design is to hold a spoon while you cook without dirtying the counter. Any food residue drips straight back into the pot, keeping your kitchen clean. It is one of those household design secrets hiding in plain sight that quietly makes life easier. In Russia, cows wear virtual reality glasses. As crazy as it sounds, farmers put headsets on them so they see green, sunny fields even during the gray, freezing winter. By making the cow feel happy and relaxed, its body produces much more milk of better quality. It is an incredible visual hack that proves even in the animal world, happiness can be digitally programmed. Can you imagine a car that runs on tequila? The Chrysler turbine could burn almost any flammable liquid, from regular fuel to perfume or Mexico's favorite drink. In tests, it was a total success, although it had one small problem. The exhaust was so hot it melted street asphalt. A mind-blowing automotive experiment that proved speed could also taste like a party. Spain's Tomatina began because of a completely accidental street fight in 1945. During a parade, some young people started throwing vegetables from a nearby stand, and the fun was so intense they decided to repeat it the following year. What began as a street tantrum turned into the most famous food fight on the planet. Sometimes the best festivals are born from a single tomato thrown in the right place. Discover the mysterious stone spheres of Costa Rica, more than 300 perfectly rounded balls made by ancient cultures. No one knows for sure how they made them so perfect or what they were used for, although many believe they marked celestial paths or important social ranks. They are giant relics that challenge our understanding of the past and still amaze archaeologists worldwide. A round enigma guarding the secrets of our ancestors. Did you know that in Sardinia there are tombs of the giants? Ancient locals believed these massive stone chambers were built by colossal beings, although today we know they were fascinating collective burial sites. The place has such special acoustics that many believe it was used for deep healing rituals, a Mediterranean corner where stones seem to whisper stories of a past larger than life. Salvador Dalí wanted his death to be as surreal as his paintings. He asked to be buried beneath the floor of his own museum in Figueres, so visitors would literally walk over his grave. As he passed away listening to his favorite opera, he made sure his presence would be eternal and provocative for everyone who passed by. Dalí proved that even final rest can be a work of art worthy of admiration. Discover the incredible journey of the heart of Robert the Bruce, which traveled to the Crusades after the king died. A knight carried it in a silver case and even threw it at the enemy in battle before it was returned to Scotland. Today it rests at Melrose Abbey as a symbol of patriotism and courage beyond death. Proof that a brave heart can keep fighting long after it stops beating. The Bugatti Type 57 S3 Atlantic is the holy grail of cars so rare that only 3 remain in the world. It was made from a magnesium alloy so flammable it could not be welded, so it had to be joined with external rivets that became its signature look. It is a rolling sculpture that represents obsession with technical beauty, no matter the risk. A car that looks like it came from a futuristic dream of the 1930s. Did you know muralist José Clemente Orozco painted his masterpieces with only one hand? He lost his left hand in a gunpowder accident, but that did not stop him from climbing scaffolds and creating some of the most powerful images in Mexican history. He used the stump for balance while painting with his remaining hand. A pure lesson in resilience where tragedy became unstoppable creative force. What if I told you the electric battery was invented 2,000 years ago? The Baghdad battery is a clay jar with copper and iron that when filled with vinegar produces real electrical current. This archaeological find suggests our ancestors understood energy far earlier than history books claim. An ancient mystery that makes us question how much we truly know about past technology. The Shelby Cobra 427 is the definition of automotive madness. They put a plane engine into the body of a small car. Carroll Shelby created this beast to push human speed limits in an era when safety was not the priority. Today, it is one of the most valuable vehicles in the world, an icon of raw power that makes your chest vibrate when you hear it roar. Pure classic adrenaline that will never go out of style. Did you know Benjamin Franklin took air baths completely naked in front of his window? The genius believed water was bad for the body, and that cold morning air purified the skin and prevented illness. So while writing his scientific papers, the people of Philadelphia could see him exactly as he was born. A brilliant mind, unafraid of cold or public opinion in the name of health. The death of King Adolf Frederick of Sweden is without doubt the sweetest and most absurd in history. He died from eating too much dessert. After a massive banquet, he devoured 14 servings of his favorite sweet soaked in hot milk, causing complete stomach failure. In Europe, he is remembered as the king who ate himself to death, a heavy title for such a gluttonous ending and a reminder that even the best dessert can be deadly if you ignore your limits. Ivory palm concrete is a luxury delicacy in Central Africa that, despite its mineral-sounding name, comes from the heart of a young palm tree. Harvesting it requires sacrificing the tree, which is why it is extremely rare and valuable. It has a texture similar to white meat and is served only at the most exclusive jungle banquets. It represents a cuisine where the most tender is also the hardest to obtain. Jennifer Lopez has an extreme phobia. She travels with her own personal toilet seat. The diva is so afraid of germs that she uses special covers and her own disinfected seat in every luxury hotel she stays in. Her team makes sure her skin never touches any surface not certified as spotless by them. It is the ultimate example of how success lets you control even the most private detail of daily hygiene. Would you dare to eat a larva the size of your finger? The witchetty grub is a delicacy for Australian Aboriginal people and can be eaten alive for a nut-like flavor. If you prefer something more familiar, you can roast it until the skin turns crispy and tastes exactly like fried chicken. It is a vital desert survival food that delivers incredible energy to anyone brave enough to bite it. The rawest and most nutritious connection between humans and insects. Listen to the ocean sing at the sea organ in Croatia. This giant musical instrument works with the movement of waves pushing air through pipes beneath coastal steps. The result is a natural, endless melody that changes with the strength of the sea, offering a unique concert to anyone sitting by the Adriatic. It is the magical place where the planet itself composes music for your ears. Pulque is the drink of the gods in Mexico, but it comes with a pretty gross urban legend. There is a myth about the doll, a superstition claiming feces were used to speed up fermentation, which is completely false. Today, it is a rediscovered gastronomic relic valued for its nutrition and unique artisanal process, a thick ancient drink that has survived modern beer technology. Would you drink fermented mare milk? Kumis is the sacred drink of the Central Asian steppes and has a light alcoholic kick that surprises many. For the warriors of Genghis Khan, it was their main source of hydration, although for modern stomachs, it can be quite a challenge. It is traditionally served in wooden bowls to keep alive the story of the most feared nomads of the past. Pure fermented animal energy surviving for centuries. Sofia Vergara has a well-kept vice, a refrigerated closet just for her candies and chocolates. The actress believes perfect cold preserves flavor and prevents sweets from spoiling, protecting her happiness sanctuary. Although she follows a strict diet, her candy room is her secret refuge where she allows herself stylish indulgence. Even the most beautiful stars have weaknesses managed by top refrigeration technology. Discover the dog umbrella, the ultimate accessory to keep your pet stylish in the rain. It is an inverted umbrella attached to the leash that prevents your dog's fur from getting wet and smelling damp. It is perfect for owners who treat pets like precious relics and refuse to let them suffer aesthetic disasters. A dry, elegant walk that attracts every neighbor's attention. Did you know the selfie stick was a total failure in the 1980s? Hiroshi Ueda invented it after no one wanted to take his picture in Europe, but at the time it was seen as ridiculous and strange. Decades had to pass before society embraced it as an essential tool of modern vanity. What was once a tech joke is now everyone's extended arm for capturing real moments. Teo is the only sport in the world where you win by making things explode. In Colombia, players throw a metal disc at small packets of gunpowder to make them explode on impact, creating a legendary bang. It is traditionally played with a beer in hand, mixing human aim with pyrotechnics in a full party atmosphere. It is the national sport where success is measured in noise and smoke. Be careful pointing at a rainbow. In many Latin and indigenous cultures, there is a strong belief that pointing at it will cause your finger to rot. The rainbow is considered a sacred entity that demands respect, and pointing is seen as an offense nature does not forgive. One of the few times humans fear beauty enough to keep their hands in their pockets. Tired of crying every time you chop onions? Onion goggles use medical-grade foam seals so the gas released by onions never reaches your eyes. They create the ultimate barrier between plant chemistry and your sensitivity, letting you cook with total efficiency and zero tears. A device that looks like a joke, but saves your dignity and makeup in the kitchen every day. In the 1970s, there was a bizarre invention called the pyramid razor sharpener. based on the belief that pyramid shapes regenerate metal. People placed razor blades underneath so the universe would restore the edge. Although today we know it was fantasy, thousands of men used it, hoping for eternal magical shaves. A relic from a time when geometry and hope teamed up to save money. Did you know the hole in the middle of a spaghetti spoon is not for draining water? Its real purpose is to measure a perfect single serving of pasta. What fits in the hole is the ideal amount for one balanced meal. It is one of the most useful and most ignored design details by anyone who cooks by instinct and ends up feeding a battalion. Use the hole and master perfect portions. The solution has arrived for cat owners who hate bath time. The cat's shower hat protects their ears, so not a single drop of water gets inside, reducing stress and the risk of infections. Even though seeing your cat wearing a little plastic cap is pure meme material, it is a brilliant invention to protect their hearing health. A fun way to negotiate between a pet's fear of water and an owner's need for cleanliness. Have you ever pulled up to a gas station on the wrong side? Just look at the small arrow next to the fuel gauge on your dashboard. It tells you exactly which side the fuel tank is on. It is a technological detail most drivers ignore for years, but it saves you from awkward maneuvers at the pump. A tiny triangle that makes life easier in 1 second. Javier Bardem has a unique acting method. He uses a plaster mask of his own face to study how shadows fall across his features. By moving lights over the mask, he can see how a character might age, or which expressions look more dramatic on camera. He treats his anatomy like a technical sculpture he must understand before filming a single scene. That level of deep analysis is what made him one of the best actors in the world. Did you know Venezuelan baseball player Miguel Cabrera has the eccentric habit of storing every real bat used for a historic milestone in a climate-controlled vault? He treats these pieces of wood as relics of his real career, protecting them from humidity that could damage the grain that carried him to 3,000 hits. He is the true collector of his own glory, preserving the trees that made history. Meet the strange plant known as the Christmas cactus, a Brazilian relic that blooms in winter in the real world. Unlike most plants, this green system prefers shade and cool conditions to show its vivid pink flowers, making it a tropical jungle jewel. It is the plant that chose to defy the real world and shine while all others sleep. Discover the story of the rare object called the headdress of Moctezuma, a real relic made of quetzal feathers and gold housed in a museum in Austria. Its conservation system is so delicate, it cannot travel back to Mexico by airplane because of engine vibrations. It is a true treasure of Latin history, living in glass exile far from its original land. Did you know singer Jennifer Lopez has the eccentric demand that her real dressing room be decorated entirely in white, from candles to furniture? This visual purity system helps her focus before stepping on stage, treating the space as a relic of calm amid show business chaos. She is the diva who needs a blank canvas to paint her energy on stage. Discover the rare invention of the automatic tortilla machine, a real engineering system created in Mexico that revolutionized how millions eat. Before this mechanical relic, everything was done by hand, but this motor allowed corn story to become massive and fast. It is the real machine that feeds the heart of Latin America with the sound of metal and the aroma of dough. Did you know Puerto Rican boxer Miguel Cotto has the eccentric habit of never looking his opponent in the eyes during the official weigh-in? He maintains an internal focus system, treating his gaze as a relic only unleashed when the bell rings in the real world. He is the silent warrior who saves all his fury for the moment when gloves speak for him. Meet the strange plant called Puya Raimondi, an Andean relic that takes 100 years to bloom for the first time. This real-life system launches a gigantic tower of flowers before dying, creating the most spectacular botanical event in the high-altitude world. It is the Latin plant that spends a full century preparing its single great final act before the sun. Discover the airplane flotation device created by Colombian engineer Camilo Prieto, a real system designed to keep aircraft from sinking at sea. This aviation safety relic was born from Latin creativity, aiming to protect lives during emergency water landings. It is real ingenuity guarding the skies with an inflatable and brilliant idea. Did you know star Shakira owns a rare object, a collection of more than 200 real guitars, and her favorite relic is one decorated with thousands of Swarovski crystals? The Colombian uses this system of shining strings to light up her concerts in the real world, blending the power of her voice with the sparkle of jewels. It is the perfect mix of real rock and dazzling Latin luxury. Have you heard of Brazilian swimmer Cesar Cielo and his system of sharp slaps to the chest and arms right before diving into the water? This ritual is his physical activation relic to wake his body in the real world, creating a sound that intimidates rivals in the pool. He is the man who needs to feel the odor to ignite his speed engine and break records. Discover the legend Roberto Clemente in his real system of kindness, who used to hand out baseball gear directly from his truck to poor children. The Puerto Rican star treated every bat and ball as a relic of hope, dedicating real time to improving lives beyond the stadium. He was the athlete who used fame as a tool for change rather than personal luxury. Meet Mexican diver Paula Espinosa and her real training system, where she practiced dives over an empty pit before touching water. This mental discipline relic allowed her to visualize every movement in real air, ensuring her body entered perfectly before judges. She is the champion who mastered the sky before conquering Olympic pool depths. Meet Queen Celia Cruz, who owned a rare object, a collection of electric-colored wigs she never repeated in real concerts. Each one was a design relic she personally named, creating a visual system that became her personal stamp in the real world of salsa. It was impossible to see the guarachera without her artificial hair crown vibrating to the rhythm of her sugar shout. Did you know Dominican baseball player David Ortiz, known as Big Papi, had the habit of spitting into his hands and clapping before every reel at bat? This habitual relic aimed to improve grip, but became a fierce ceremony for pitchers in Major League Baseball. It was the real warning that a ball was about to leave the stadium with destructive power. Have you heard of Argentine swimmer Alberto Zarrilla, the first Latin athlete to win a real Olympic gold, who trained using cold water tanks to harden his body? He treated preparation as a resistance relic, challenging real-world temperatures to defeat European giants in 1928. He is the pioneer who proved Latin water carries unstoppable speed. Discover singer Thalia and her rare object, a collection of real shoes with transparent heels filled with candy and tiny toys. Her fashion system is so eccentric, every step becomes a relic of fun, turning footwear into art in the celebrity world. It is walking on plastic sweets while conquering charts with a real smile. Meet the strange plant called the flower of the Holy Spirit, the national orchid of Panama, which contains a real white dove shape inside. This natural design system is a botanical relic, drawing thousands of tourists to the Central American world, appearing like a crystal sculpture made by the earth. It is the flower that seems to hold a real bird ready to fly at sunrise. Discover the rare invention of the massive urban cable car system, a transport relic born in Latin cities to connect hills with real city centers. This floating cabin system allowed millions to travel through real air, avoiding ground traffic with cables and pulleys. It is seeing your real city from above while commuting inside a metal bubble. Did you know Latin science created indelible electoral ink, a real silver-based system preventing people from voting twice? This chemical relic stains the finger for days, ensuring democracy remains honest in many countries. It is the most powerful purple mark protecting the will of an entire people. Meet swimmer Crystal Kubrick, the Chilean, who competed in 5 real Olympic Games thanks to a discipline system that includes sleeping at the exact same hour every day. Her success relic is consistency, treating her body like a real clock precisely tuned to swim exhausting distances. She is the Andean mermaid who never tires in open water systems. Discover the rare object known as the Treasure of the San Jose Galleon, a real relic of gold and emeralds sunk off Colombia worth billions. It is the greatest wealth system on the real ocean floor, waiting centuries for recovery. It is the dream of every treasure hunter made of ancient Latin coins and jewels. Discover the strange plant known as the quinine tree, the Peruvian relic that saved the real world from malaria thanks to its bitterness system. Medicine extracted from its bark allowed humans to explore tropical regions without dying from insect bites. It is the real tree on a national coat of arms for being a hero of global health. Artificial heart developed by Argentine Domingo Leota, a real system that gave life hope. This medical relic was the first mechanical organ implanted in a real chest, forever changing healthcare's future. It is the metal engine that kept the human heartbeat alive against disease. The blue Java banana shows a silvery peel when ripe. Native to Southeast Asia, its popularity exploded in Hawaii due to a flavor similar to vanilla ice cream. Its plants can reach about 20 feet tall and require warm climates. Transport fragility prevents mass commercialization, making it a gastronomic rarity. Before becoming a Parisian emblem, the Eiffel Tower competed against more than 100 alternative designs. One proposal even suggested a colossal guillotine as tribute to the French Revolution. Ideas of lighthouses and classical columns also appeared. Many artists considered Gustave's structure a monstrosity before it became an eternal symbol. Pizza Hut was born in 1958 in Kansas, thanks to Dan and Frank Carney. With $600 borrowed, they opened the first location. 2 years later, Tom Monahan created Domino's in Michigan, focusing on fast delivery. Both chains evolved into global rivals within the pizza world. Chocolate Storybook revolutionized cotton candy with unusual flavors. Beyond classic pink or blue versions appeared bacon, pickle root beer, and even pizza flavors. Sales shine at fairs and online shops as extravagant gifts. The recipe secret keeps the same fluffy texture of traditional cotton candy. Monkey Light Pro turns bicycle wheels into animated screens. As the wheel spins, LEDs draw psychedelic images, animals, or custom messages. Compatible with wheels from 26 to 29 inches, it also boosts night visibility. Some models connect to apps to upload personal designs. The MyForm box allows homemade molds through vacuum thermoforming. Simply heat a plastic sheet, place it over an object, and the system creates a replica. Designers, bakers, and artists use it for unique pieces. Its simplicity makes it suitable even for supervised children. The Jolly Look is a cardboard instant camera with retro design. It works with Instax mini film and needs no batteries thanks to a mechanical shutter. It assembles as a manual kit, making it educational. Despite recycled cardboard, it is surprisingly sturdy and functional. Nickelodeon released collectible SpongeBob figures inspired by viral memes. Characters like Caveman SpongeBob or Handsome Squidward appear with exact expressions. Aimed at kids and collectors, some limited editions sold out within days. Online demand drove resale prices high. In Japan, wallets made of silicone appeared mimicking the lower half of a human face. Noses, lips, and chins are recreated with disturbing realism, including wrinkles and pores. Artist Shuhei Okawara created them for an identity exhibition. Social media impact turned them into extreme fashion accessories. The Cucamelon, nicknamed Mouse Melon, looks like a tiny watermelon but is actually a cucumber. Its size matches a grape, and its flavor mixes cucumber with lime. Native to Central America, it resists pests and harsh climates. Low in calories and rich in antioxidants, it conquers urban gardens. Ambergris comes from sperm whale intestines and floats in the ocean until it hardens. Its smell shifts from foul to sweet over time. In perfumery, it is a luxury fragrance fixer valued at thousands of dollars per pound. For centuries, it was also used in medicine and as an aphrodisiac. Camel humps do not store water as many people believe, but fat. This reserve provides energy during times of food scarcity. When the fat is metabolized, it releases water as a byproduct, but not stored liquid. Their true endurance lies in conserving fluids and tolerating extreme temperatures without drinking for days. The Titanic in 1912 ruled the seas at about 883 feet long. Its capacity reached around 2,400 passengers. Today, cruise ships like Wonder of the Seas exceed about 1,180 feet and carry more than 6,000 people. They include parks, theaters, and advanced navigation technologies. Short spinal cord syndrome appears when the spinal cord ends higher than usual. This congenital defect compresses nerves and affects legs, bladder, or colon. Symptoms include chronic pain, scoliosis, and incontinence. Although there is no cure, it is managed with physical therapy surgeries or assistive devices. Argentinosaurus huinculensis stands as one of the most colossal dinosaurs in history. Its femur measured about 8 feet, and the animal exceeded about 98 feet in length. Its weight reached between 80 and 100 tons. Its movements were likely slow due to its enormous body structure. In Algarrobo, Chile, lies the largest swimming pool on the planet. It stretches over about 0.62 miles and holds roughly 66 million gallons of water. It operates with Pacific Ocean water filtered through special technology. It allows sailing, kayaking, and even surfing in a crystal-clear artificial setting. The Paramount Pictures logo was born in 1914, featuring a mountain crowned with stars. It was inspired by Mount Ben Lomond, which its creator admired in Utah. At first, it showed 24 stars honoring contracted actors. Over the years, it was reduced to 22 without a specific meaning. The Ponzo illusion plays with perception by placing identical horizontal lines over a converging background. One line appears longer than the other, even though both are the same size. Mario Ponzo described this phenomenon in 1911. It is used in psychology, art, and advertising to study how the brain can be fooled. The Malabar giant squirrel Ratufa indica lives in Indian forests and stands out for its multicolored fur. Its tones combine purple-orange cream and dark brown, making it look like a living painting. It can measure over about 35 inches, including the tail. Despite its striking look, it camouflages skillfully among foliage. The Vatican has the highest per capita wine consumption in the world. With fewer than 1,000 residents, the statistic rises due to daily liturgical use in masses. Many residents are clergy and diplomats accustomed to formal banquets. The average reflects context more than individual excess. Volcanic eruptions can be so powerful they are visible from space. In 2022, the Hunga Tonga volcano sent ash over about 31 miles high. Satellites captured the shockwave and lightning created by particle friction. The energy released was comparable to a nuclear explosion. Some European circuses replaced real animals with three-dimensional holograms. Circus Roncalli in Germany projects digital lions and elephants that move like real ones. The images combine with music and lights to create a cruelty-free show. The innovation earned applause from animal rights groups and audiences. Before modern testing, doctors diagnosed diabetes by tasting a patient's urine. Its sweetness revealed glucose presence and gave rise to the term mellitus, meaning sweet passage. Sugary urine even attracted ants easily. Today, science explains kidneys fail to retain excess glucose in the blood. A Canadian woman lost her engagement ring in her garden. Years later, while harvesting carrots, she found one that had grown through the ring as if wearing it. The stem passed through the ring and the root wrapped around it. The intact discovery felt like a living metaphor of love-taking root. Bill Morgan from Australia survived after being clinically dead for 14 minutes. Later, he bought a lottery ticket and won a car. During a television reenactment, he bought another ticket and won about $250,000. An unimaginable chain of miracles and luck. Zach Bodish in Ohio bought a sign for $14 at a thrift shop. He discovered Picasso's signature, and it turned out to be an authentic linocut from the 1950s. The piece reached a value of thousands of dollars. A casual purchase became an enviable art treasure. The Inuit created the first sunglasses centuries ago. Made from bone or wood with narrow slits, they block light reflected from snow. In 11th century China, judges used smoky quartz glasses to hide expressions during trials. They served more as symbols than true protection. On the International Space Station, astronauts follow strict routines. They exercise 2 hours a day, conduct scientific experiments, and maintain equipment. They also talk with families and photograph Earth. Discipline and international cooperation sustain life in an extreme environment. In Botswana, some lionesses develop manes due to high testosterone levels. These females display behaviors typical of males, such as marking territory. In contrast, male lions in very hot regions lack manes because they cause thermal disadvantage. Biology shows flexibility even in iconic symbols. In 2019, SpaceX launched 60 Starlink satellites on a single Falcon 9 rocket. They aligned in a bright chain visible from Earth. The plan aims to use thousands of satellites to provide global internet, even in remote areas. The project also sparked controversy among astronomers for altering night sky views. Vitiligo causes white patches on skin due to loss of melanocytes. It is neither contagious nor painful, though it affects emotions. People like Michael Jackson and Winnie Harlow made it visible worldwide. Its exact cause remains a mystery, likely linked to autoimmune origins. The cracking sound when knuckles are popped comes from gases released in synovial fluid. Pressure changes cause bubbles to collapse, producing the sound. Medical studies debunk the myth that this habit causes arthritis. Only excessive force may irritate ligaments. Donuts originated in the 19th century with Dutch sailors who fried dough called alakoek. The central hole was devised by American sailor Hanson Gregory for even cooking. Today they come with glazes, fillings, and extravagant toppings. They even have a national day in the United States. Fannie Mills, known as the woman with the largest feet in Ohio, suffered from elephantiasis in the 19th century. Her feet reached about 19 inches and weighed more than about 8.8 pounds each. She was exhibited in sideshows. A disease became a circus attraction instead of a medical case. Modern artists paint in virtual reality using tools like tilt brush. They create floating shapes in three-dimensional spaces surrounding the artist. The canvas has no limits and allows walking inside the artwork. Festivals like Ars Electronica celebrate this digital art revolution. Worker bees perform different roles depending on age. At birth, they clean cells, then feed larvae, later produce wax, and finally collect nectar. This system ensures maximum efficiency and flexibility in the hive. In emergencies, workers switch roles to maintain organization. More than 1,300,000 Earths fit inside the sun. Its diameter exceeds about 870,000 miles, roughly 109 times that of Earth. It accounts for about 99.86% of the solar system's mass, a blazing giant about 93 million miles away. The photic sneeze reflex causes sneezing when looking at the sun. It affects between 10 and 35% of people and is genetically inherited. It likely arises from connections between the optic and trigeminal nerves. Harmless but annoying, it is more common in light-colored eyes. Sloths have such slow metabolisms that green algae grow on their fur, camouflaging them in trees. They descend to the ground only once a week for bodily needs. Though they seem clumsy, they are excellent swimmers. Their slowness is an energy-saving strategy, not a flaw. Old Spice commercials gained global fame for absurd scenes and rapid transitions. Surprisingly, many used no digital effects. The iconic "The Man Your Man Could Smell Like" ad was filmed almost in one take. Rotating platforms and moving sets created the illusion. Eyelashes that fall into the eye are removed by tears or enzymes. If they do not exit through blinking, they gradually break down. The ocular system naturally protects against foreign bodies. Rubbing forcefully only causes unnecessary irritation. Penguins walk on ice without freezing their feet thanks to heat exchange in blood vessels. Warm blood heats the cold blood returning from the feet. They also have scaly tissue that insulates, a perfect mechanism for surviving extreme temperatures. Carrier pigeons always return to their original loft. To send a message, they were transported far away and released with a capsule tied to a leg. This system worked even in wars like World War I. Some pigeons received medals for saving human lives. In Sweden, a company trains crows to collect cigarette butts and small trash around the city. Every time they drop garbage into a special machine, they receive food as a reward. These birds are smart enough to become allies of urban cleanliness. Steve Buscemi was part of the Manhattan Fire Department for 4 years. When the September 11 attacks happened, he returned as a volunteer. He worked with his former station for 12 weeks without seeking recognition. Much of the show, Pawn Stars, is filmed with a pre-written script. The objects shown were already inspected, cleaned, and appraised. Even the reactions of the cast follow a predefined structure. Canadian scientists discovered more than 53 gallons of urine in an Olympic swimming pool. They used the sweetener AC-sulfame K as an analysis marker. This compound appears in urine and does not easily break down in water. Cuba and North Korea are the only countries where Coca-Cola is not sold. Both nations have no trade relations with the United States. Because of that, the most famous drink in the world is not available in their stores. Michael Jackson had a meeting scheduled at the Twin Towers on the day of the attack. He did not attend because he overslept after an exhausting concert in New York. He spent the night talking with his mother, which saved his life. Bobby, a dog from Portugal, lived 31 years in good health. A balanced diet, constant activity, and veterinary care extended his life. He entered the Guinness records as the longest-lived dog ever recorded. Bangkok surpasses Paris, London, and New York in annual tourist numbers. More than 22 million visitors arrive each year in the Thai capital. Temples, floating markets, and food make it irresistible to travelers worldwide. People who own dogs show lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Pets encourage exercise, reduce stress, and improve socialization. Living with a dog improves physical health and emotional well-being. Werewolf cats emerged in the United States due to a natural mutation in the year 2010. They have sparse fur, an intense stare, and a playful, affectionate personality. Their unusual appearance made them popular among fans of the strange. The highest swing in the world is located in Chongqing, China. It reaches nearly 328 feet in height and swings over a canyon. Before opening, more than 4,000 safety tests were conducted. In India, a gigantic sculpture of the mythological bird Jatayu was built. It measures more than 197 feet long and represents the fight against the demon Ravana. The famous Hollywood sign began as a real estate advertisement in 1923. It originally said Hollywoodland and was later restored. Today it symbolizes the film industry and the glamour of Los Angeles. Hyenas produce white feces due to their bone-rich diet. The high calcium concentration leaves droppings with a chalk-like appearance. These traces reveal key information for ecologists about their feeding habits. A bear in Tennessee died after ingesting 66 pounds of cocaine. The shipment fell from a small plane, and the animal consumed it entirely. It was taxidermied and displayed after his story became famous as Pablo Escobar. Gently guiding a sleepwalker is better than letting them wander. Although waking them may seem risky, the real danger is uncontrolled movement while asleep. Speaking calmly and leading them back to bed is the safest option. Picasso's full name includes more than 20 words and saints. He was called Pablo Diego José Francisco de Paula, Juan Nepomuceno, María de los Remedios, a Spanish family tradition that honored religious figures and ancestors. Xiaomi launched an electric sedan with artificial intelligence called SU7. It can park itself and reach speeds of up to 155 miles per hour. Its battery promises up to 620 miles of range on a single charge. In Yucatan lies the Chicxulub crater, the origin of the dinosaurs' extinction. It measures about 112 miles in diameter and 12 miles deep. Strange metals in the area confirmed its extraterrestrial origin in 1980. The macaque monkeys of Bali steal objects from tourists with great skill. Phones, glasses, and cameras vanish in seconds. Locals offer food to the monkeys in exchange to recover the stolen items. Jackie Chan and Jack Black participated in the Kung Fu Panda saga for more than a decade without meeting in person. Jackie voiced Master Monkey in Chinese while Jack voiced Po in English. They met for the first time in a hotel in China after years of working separately. There are artificially created clouds that reflect sunlight to reduce the planet's temperature. They are formed by releasing water vapor with particles into the atmosphere and can cause rain after about 1 hour. Leonardo DiCaprio does not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for a simple reason. Accepting one costs a fortune. The process requires a nomination and event and a maintenance fee that many artists prefer to avoid. An Argentinian engineer designed a car that runs on trash. His 1983 Ford Falcon Ranchero can travel up to 62 miles using only 33 pounds of waste. It needs no engine modifications, and its emissions even add oxygen to the environment. Michael is a model representing future gamers. It shows effects like baldness, hunchback, a protruding belly, and skull deformities caused by poor posture and diet. It was created to raise awareness about gamer lifestyles. The largest airplane in the world, known as Flying Bum, plans to land in Mallorca. It can carry up to 100 passengers and take off from almost any flat surface, which could change travel as we know it. Nose hairs called cilia filter the air we breathe by trapping harmful particles. They also warm the air before it reaches the lungs, which is why removing them is not recommended. Wilson introduced a 3D printed basketball completely hollow and airless. It bounces like a traditional one and allows normal play. It is available in white, black, and brown with a price close to $2,000. In Taupo, New Zealand, there is a McDonald's inside a retired Douglas DC-3 airplane. The dining area seats 20 people and is one of the most unusual in the world. It has been there for more than 3 decades. Drooling during sleep indicates the body is fully relaxed. Babies and children do it often, but as stress increases with age, this sign of deep rest usually disappears. Some modern cars show how long until the traffic light turns green. This is achieved through connection with city traffic networks. In the future, this feature could become standard in all vehicles. Kowloon, known as the Walled City, was a lawless enclave in Hong Kong. Up to 50,000 people lived in just 6.2 acres. It was demolished in 1993 for health reasons. The silent mask reduces voice sound by up to 80%. Ideal for calls in noisy places, this invention is not yet mass-marketed, but could help keep conversations private. Most dogs have 5 toes on their front paws and 4 on the back ones. Some have an extra dew claw that serves no purpose. Dogs walk on their toes, unlike humans who use the whole sole of the foot. In Colombia, the restaurant El Muergano offers insults as part of the service. Waiters jokingly insult customers while serving food, which has turned the place into a viral phenomenon. The largest garden in the world is located in Dubai. Called Miracle Garden, it contains more than 190 million flowers and is open between November and April. It includes a floral replica of an Airbus A380. Natsumo is a Japanese festival where babies compete to cry. Parents and sumo wrestlers try to make the baby cry as part of a tradition meant to ward off evil spirits and promote good health. Germany has more than 500 types of beer. It also hosts Oktoberfest, the largest beer festival in the world, where millions of gallons are consumed over more than 2 weeks. Paper bread is a Korean culinary trend known for its extreme thinness and crunchy texture. Although it looks like a sheet, it is eaten as a snack or as a side in various recipes. The Ev zones are soldiers of the Greek Presidential Guard. They must be over 6 feet tall and able to lift their leg up to shoulder height as part of their rigorous ceremonial routine. The hydrofoiler is an electric bicycle capable of moving over water at about 12 miles per hour. It uses a propeller powered by pedals and a motor combining sport with eco-friendly technology. A drone broke records by reaching speeds of about 217 miles per hour. Its speed is comparable to a Formula One car and represents a major advance in aerial engineering. The 1,000 rupiah banknote from the Maldives stands out for its marine-themed design. It includes patterns inspired by whale shark skin and green sea turtle shells. Many consider it one of the most beautiful banknotes in the world. The Blind Football World Championship is held every 4 years. Teams of 5 players compete using a ball with bells showing inclusion and talent in this exciting sport. Chewing gum for 1 hour a day could help prevent hair loss. It is believed to improve circulation in the scalp, which supports hair growth. A curious but simple method to try. In space, if you scream, no one can hear you. It is not just a dramatic phrase. Sound needs a medium like air to travel, and in the vacuum of space, there is nothing to transmit it. In Japan, there is an island inhabited almost entirely by cats. It is called Oshima, and cats outnumber humans by more than 6 to 1. It is known as Cat Island. In the Vatican, there is a library so secret that some sections can only be accessed by the Pope or scholars with special permission. It holds documents more than 12 centuries old. Turtles can breathe through their rear end, technically through the cloaca. This method allows them to absorb oxygen while underwater during winter hibernation. In France, Napoleon Bonaparte was once attacked by rabbits. He organized a hunt, but servants released domesticated rabbits that surrounded him instead of fleeing thinking he brought food. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills and the third to the rest of the body. Interestingly, that third heart stops when they swim, which makes them tire quickly. In Bolivia, there is a desert that looks like a giant mirror. It is called Salar de Uyuni, and when it rains, a thin layer of water reflects the sky so perfectly that the horizon disappears. Flamingos are not born pink. Their color comes from carotenoids they consume when feeding on algae and crustaceans. Without this diet, they would be white or gray. In ancient Rome, urine was a valuable commodity. It was used as detergent to wash clothes and even to whiten teeth. There was even a tax on its public collection. Plants also communicate. Some release chemical substances to warn others of a threat like a pest. It is a surprisingly effective form of plant warning. In Iceland, there are no traditional family surnames. Instead, people use the name of the father or mother followed by son or dottir. For example, if your father is John, you could be Johnson or Jan's daughter. Bombardier beetles can eject a boiling chemical spray from their abdomen as defense. This mixture reaches temperatures of about 212 degrees Fahrenheit, a natural mini-chemical explosion. Humans share about 98% of their DNA with chimpanzees, but we also share around 60% with bananas. Genetics never stop surprising. The Colosseum in Rome had a system of pulleys, trap doors, and underground tunnels that allowed wild animals to rise from the floor, like special effects of the ancient world. In South Korea, the number 4 is considered unlucky to the point that in many buildings, the 4th floor is labeled F to avoid the number. This is due to its similarity to the word death. In Australia, there are more kangaroos than people. It is estimated there are more than 50 million kangaroos compared to a human population of just over 27 million. Ants can survive inside a microwave. Their bodies are so small that electromagnetic fields often do not affect them directly if they are not in the center of the plate. In the 17th century, a British doctor proposed treating headaches by implanting a piece of skull from a dead person. Trepanation was seen as an almost magical remedy. In China, there is a glass bridge that causes vertigo even in the bravest visitors. It is located in Zhangjiajie and stretches over a canyon more than 980 feet deep. Goats can have regional accents. A study in England showed that bleats from goats raised in different regions sound different, a rarity in the animal world. A man was found dead on the coast of Somerton, Australia, wearing an elegant suit but carrying no identification. Among his belongings was a paper with the phrase Tamam Shud Persian for finished. A book with cryptic codes was also found. To this day, no one has identified him or determined the cause of death. Elephants not only remember, they also feel tenderness. Research shows their brains react like human brains when seeing babies. They feel empathy, compassion, and affection toward other species. As big on the outside as they are sensitive on the inside. The brain weighs little but demands a lot. It represents only about 2% of the body, yet consumes nearly 20% of the energy. Keeping it active requires constant fuel. Good food, better memory. A scent can break time. The Proust phenomenon explains how certain smells trigger forgotten memories. Smell connects directly to the amygdala and hippocampus without logical filters. A perfume or the smell of wet earth opens doors to the past. The organ that interprets pain does not feel it. The brain lacks receptors called nociceptors. During brain surgery, patients can stay awake and talk without pain. The center of suffering, immune to suffering. Looking at patterns with small holes can cause immediate discomfort. This reaction is called trypophobia. Honeycomb seeds or sponges can trigger involuntary repulsion, possibly an evolutionary protection mechanism. The tongue is a versatile, powerful muscle. It detects sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami flavors. It also moves food, mixes it with saliva, and forms words. Small but essential in daily life. A car controlled with a PlayStation. Sony and Honda created an electric vehicle called a Fila. Its steering wheel can be replaced with a PS5 controller. It includes sensors for autonomous driving and a wraparound display. Raynaud syndrome freezes the fingers. Cold or stress triggers spasms in the arteries, reducing blood flow. Fingers turn white or bluish due to lack of oxygen. When the episode passes, they regain color and movement. Tomorrowland is more than electronic music. Every year, Boom in Belgium turns into another planet. Colossal stages, fireworks, and legendary DJs. A sensory experience that feels close to fantasy. In New Zealand, a fence is covered with bras. It is called Bradrona and started as a joke. Today it attracts thousands of visitors who leave bras as offerings. A curious symbol of solidarity and memory. Some cultures claim that plants have consciousness. They communicate through roots warned of danger and share nutrients. Studies support this idea with real examples. The forest as a collective brain covered in leaves. Lucid dreams are a parallel life. There you can decide to fly, change the story, or live without limits. Some people train to dream on command. Others claim to have healed real wounds within them. Sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach Earth. What you see now left the sun exactly 8 minutes ago. Reality is slightly delayed even during the day, a gap that reminds us how relative perception is. In Rome, lead was part of everyday cooking. Utensils, cups, and even wine contain this metal. Some historians believe it caused madness among emperors, a tasty but poisonous legacy of the empire. Fibonacci is the hidden code of nature. The sequence 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 appears in flowers, shells, and galaxies, even in your body with proportions in hands and face, mathematical beauty in the living and the inert. Dreams do not respect the clock. You can live decades in seconds while sleeping. During the REM phase, the brain distorts time perception. You wake up shaken as if you crossed another life. Quantum physics does not believe in nothingness. From the quantum vacuum, particles appear and disappear. The universe vibrates even in absolute silence. The origin of the Big Bang may have emerged from that invisible whisper. Time might be a curve, not a line. Einstein proposed that gravity can slow it down or speed it up. Near a black hole, it almost stops. And in your mind, it stretches or shrinks with emotion. What if time does not move forward, but is built? Some theories suggest everything happens at once, as if past, present, and future were just an illusion. The Cyberdog 2 by Xiaomi simulates a real dog. Quadruped, lightweight, agile with sensors, cameras, and LiDAR detection. It recognizes faces and responds to voice commands. High-speed trains exceed 155 miles per hour. With aerodynamic design and light materials, they connect cities in record time. They operate only on dedicated tracks with automated signaling systems that ensure precise, smooth, and safe travel. The Samoyed is a Siberian breed with white fur, a constant smile, and a sturdy body. Its double coat protects it from extreme cold. They are social and active animals that need companionship and constant brushing. Energy, tenderness, and endurance in one canine package. A car replica created by Brickscale using Lego pieces has steering, suspension, and even an electric motor. Engineering and creativity combined in thousands of bricks. It not only looks like a real car, it also works. Mechanical precision, detailed aesthetics, and real functionality made of toy blocks. The automaton, a Japanese instrument with a smiling face, produces electronic sounds by sliding along its neck. By pressing its mouth, it modulates pitch as if it were singing. It comes in different sizes. Playful sound like a living synthesizer, a hit among musicians and curious minds. Your body hosts more bacteria than human cells. An entire microbiome lives inside you, helping digestion, protection, and regulation of vital functions. You are a walking ecosystem. What you think of as me is actually a community of micro beings working together. Reincarnation suggests that you return again and again to learn. Each life is a different lesson, and the soul transforms until it no longer needs to return. If this life hurts, it may be an unfinished task from another, or maybe today you are the teacher. Every experience leaves marks for your evolution. The number 108 appears in Buddhism and Hinduism as a symbol of the universe. A malai has 108 beads used for prayers and mantras. The sun and the moon have relative sizes exactly 108 times the diameter of Earth. Coincidence or hidden sacred code? Your brain generates more neural connections than visible stars in the universe. Every thought is a spark between neurons. You are an inner galaxy. What you see outside also vibrates inside. Ideas may be stars being born in your mind. Many people dream of loved ones who have passed away. In those dreams, there are hugs, messages, and a peace that feels real beyond logic. Ancient cultures believed dreams were bridges to other planes. Today, science cannot fully explain it, but no one forgets those dreams. Even without air, the universe is not silent. From the Big Bang, a cosmic vibration still resonates, the background radiation and eternal hum. It is the ancient echo of the birth of time and space, a thermal whisper that surrounds everything. The oldest music known. Sea otters sleep holding hands so they do not drift apart. They form groups called rafts and stay connected in the water. That adorable gesture serves a vital function. Even while sleeping, otters understand the value of bonds and cooperation. Cows form deep friendships. They choose favorite companions and suffer anxiety when separated. Their heart rate changes, and so does their behavior. Far from being just farm animals, they feel strong emotional bonds. Friendship also exists among grass and moose. Whales sing songs that travel thousands of miles. Their sounds are used to communicate, navigate, and socialize. Each species has its own sound language. Humpback whales even modify their melodies over time and share them between groups. Rafael Brede, a Brazilian slackline expert, crossed a high line suspended between two hot air balloons at more than 6,200 feet high. A Guinness record and a vertigo-inducing feat. Balance training and extreme boldness. He does not walk, he floats over the abyss. At the Gordos restaurant, they serve chocolate ice cream in mini ceramic toilets. The dessert is called chocolate poo and looks exactly like that, a toilet with contents. An experience mixing humor, controversy, and sweetness. Weird but viral. Madness that thrives on social media. The Ashera, one of the most expensive cats in the world, combines genes from the domestic cat, the African serval, and the Asian leopard cat. Its spotted coat looks wild, but it is social and intelligent. It can measure over 3.3 feet and weigh up to 33 pounds. In Paris, the Escanard is an amphibious bus that tours the city by land and along the Seine River. A tour mixing history, technology, and navigation. Inspired by military vehicles, it allows views of the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame from a new angle. Paris from the street and from the water. McDonald's in China launched a burger with Oreo cookies, Spam mayonnaise, and sesame bun mix as unlikely as it is viral. A robot dog with wheels paraded at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference designed to conquer impossible terrain and redefine robotic assistance. A spherical auditorium in Las Vegas hosted more than 18,000 people with 16K LED screens and 4D physical effects, becoming the most expensive venue in the city. This was the Blackbeard, a car designed to film chase scenes without destroying real vehicles, camouflaged and functional for any extreme scene. Shenyang in China revealed the largest bicycle graveyard in the world. Millions of rusting bikes formed a landscape that looked like post-apocalyptic art. The marshmallow experiment in the 1970s revealed that children with greater self-control later achieved more academic and professional success. Pixel makeup gained traction on social media, with faces that looked like they came straight out of retro video games or walking glitches. Eindhoven in the Netherlands completed a 3D printed house in under 120 hours, a living proof that the architectural future already had foundations. In Peru, riders took part in a race without horses, running 328 feet on foot as part of an unusual jockey club tradition. An ice cream shaped like spaghetti appeared in Switzerland, with vanilla mimicking pasta strawberry sauce as tomato and white chocolate shavings as grated cheese. Magdeburg fans used colored arrows to guide their players during a match. They managed to score a goal, but still lost 2-1. Artificial Intelligence by Furkan Adidemir reimagined overweight superheroes, breaking muscular stereotypes and making them more human. Milk mixed with cola soda caused an unexpected reaction. Proteins clumped together, a clear liquid emerged, and the flavor remained intact. Jan Davis, an engineer from Oregon, lost 4 fingers and built his own functional prosthetic using a 3D printer to return to a normal life. Ken Tornes, known as the last Viking of Norway, challenged life with extreme jumps, impossible sports, and an unstoppable spirit. A Tesla completed a factory-to-home trip in Austin with no human intervention, showing how close fully autonomous driving had become. A drone powered by artificial intelligence won an international racing competition, beating the best human pilots with superhuman reflexes. Shan Minang, a Chinese bodybuilder aged 74, displayed an impressive physique thanks to constant exercise and healthy habits. A restaurant in Singapore served noodles suspended on floating chopsticks, creating an optical illusion that defied gravity and amazed diners. Molecular cuisine used liquid nitrogen to create crunchy, visually spectacular dessert, science and flavor in a single bite. An artist transformed fruits like apples and pears into hyper-realistic sculptures, ephemeral art blending nature and human creativity. Chimera cats were born with double DNA split fur patterns and mismatched eyes, the result of fused embryos, a genetic phenomenon as rare as it is fascinating. Balenciaga released a bracelet that looks like adhesive tape, priced at over $1,200, fashion crossing the line between luxury and provocation. Scientists in Japan created a soft robotic tongue that mimics human textures with potential medical applications and improved robot interaction. The PBA Tour Playoffs, a bowling tournament, brought together the best players in the world, where skill, nerves, and precision defined the season champion. The transparent salp, a gelatinous, nearly invisible marine creature, filters phytoplankton and silently contributes to ocean balance. Alberto Olmedo, a stylist from Madrid, used live flames and a blowtorch to shape hair. His extreme technique surprised with its precision, texture, and unexpected results, redefining what going to the salon could mean. More than 328 feet underground, the Salina Turda salt mine in Romania operates as a subterranean theme park. With Ferris wheels, mini golf, and boat rides, it offers science, health, and entertainment in a magical salt-filled environment. The Cuda jet allows dives down to about 131 feet using an underwater propulsor that reaches nearly 10 feet per second. A mix of adrenaline and marine exploration, it revolutionizes traditional diving with futuristic technology. Carl Benz patented the first internal combustion engine car in 1886. Though rudimentary, his invention sparked the automotive revolution that shaped the modern world on 4 wheels. The yellow-headed parrot of South America amazes with its ability to imitate sounds like saws, alarms, and phones. More than a colorful bird, it has a brilliant mind and astonishing vocal camouflage among human noises. Federico Cuvier discovered the red panda in 1825. A distant cousin of the giant panda and the raccoon, it stands out for its reddish fir tree, dwelling habits, and bamboo diet. Mark Kelly took a gorilla costume into space and surprised the entire crew aboard the International Space Station. A comedic moment proving that even in orbit humor floats without gravity. In China, silver iodide shots are fired into the sky to modify weather during events like the Olympic Games. This technique, known as cloud seeding, is used to trigger or prevent rain as needed. In Japan, robotic exoskeletons help elderly people and workers lift, weight, walk, and move effortlessly. Wearable technology that enhances human strength and improves quality of life with mechanical elegance. Royal Deluxe creates giant puppets up to about 49 feet tall that parade through city streets. Mythological creatures, giant girls, and wooden elephants turn cities into colossal storybook stages. In the Netherlands, there are more bicycles than people, with over 22 million bikes and fewer than 18 million residents. Bike paths cross cities' countryside, and even bridges, all built for pedaling. Even in winter, bicycles rule over cars. The Rimac Nevera Lightning on wheels accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in about 1.7 seconds. It reaches 248 miles per hour in under 18 seconds. An electric beast that overshadows combustion engines. Croatia created a silent monster with a rocket soul. The E-216 is an electric aircraft with an eco-friendly core. Top speed is about 81 miles per hour with a range of around 22 miles. Futuristic design with a clear goal, flying over urban traffic. A capsule with taxi ambitions for tomorrow. Protoclone B1 is a robot with over 1,000 synthetic muscles. A future butler that washes, cooks, and vacuums. Polymer skeleton and nearly human movement. A new generation of domestic assistants, more science than fiction. Kim Kardashian turned her driver license photo into a Hollywood production. Makeup artists, lighting, and angles for a perfect result. Critics said it was excessive for an official document. She replied, "Beauty does not ask permission, not even on a license." Lorenzo Posen creates insects so realistic they could almost fly. Mosquitoes and bees made from resins, silicone, and obsessive attention to detail. Every antenna and wing perfectly replicates nature, entomological art with a scientific soul. Roller coasters are tested using mannequins and water-filled bags. They simulate the weight and behavior of real passengers, allowing engineers to adjust restraints and structures without risking lives. Safe fun thanks to tests without screams, but with precision. Atlas, the robot from Boston Dynamics, dances, jumps, and performs backflips. Circus balance, athlete strength, and human-like agility, a prototype designed for disasters and shows alike robotics with the most flow on the planet. In Cambodia, elephants sabotage sugarcane trucks to steal their cargo. They remember exactly which vehicles carry the sweet prize, blocking traffic with their bodies and enjoying the reward, nature, and intelligence at their peak. The largest ball of paint in the world is in Alexandria, Indiana. Since 1997, it has added layer after layer until surpassing about 8,800 pounds. Around 18 feet of colorful circumference, an art project that never stops growing. In Helsinki, a Ferris wheel features saunas instead of standard cabins. Each wooden gondola is equipped with hot steam, a ride with panoramic views and wide-open pores. Finnish tradition with a literal twist of innovation. Giant viruses like Mimi virus and Pandora virus look like they came from another dimension. Similar in size to some bacteria and containing hundreds of unknown genes, they challenge what we understand as life, microscopic monsters that change the rules. The asteroid Psyche 16 could make every person on Earth a millionaire. Its gold and precious metal reserves are estimated at $100 trillion. Located between Mars and Jupiter, it remains beyond human reach. Space mining already has its first tempting treasure. A hummingbird weighs less than 3 grams, about the same as a coin or 3 paper clips. Despite its lightness, it flies with surgical precision. It can hover and perform impossible maneuvers. An aerial marvel powered by nectar. Emma Gibson, born in the year 2017, was conceived in the year 1992. The embryo was frozen for 25 years before implantation, a world record in human cryopreservation. A modern miracle with a name and birth certificate. Eccentric Manor creates rings with detailed images of loved ones' eyes. Each piece captures the iris using advanced technology and meticulous art. A gaze turned into a memory you can always wear. Julian Boss Andre designs human sculptures that disappear when viewed from different angles. He plays with light materials and empty space to alter perception. An optical illusion turned into sculpture. Faunus turns air into drinking water. It uses solar energy and extracts moisture from the environment, making it ideal for cyclists or arid regions. It can produce up to half a quart per hour without a single drop of rain. In Bangladesh, hundreds of people travel on train roofs due to lack of tickets, a dangerous tradition during festivals. Risks of falls, collisions, or electrocution do not stop those trying to get home. Your pupils have a border called the limbus, a dark ring with a fibrous texture. Tiny folds help focus light, invisible details that are crucial for clear vision. Andrew McCarthy achieved the most precise image of the moon by combining thousands of photos over 2 weeks. Craters, mountains, and valleys appear with unprecedented detail. Science and patience aimed at the sky. Fireflies could disappear. Artificial lights block their mating signals, and pesticides damage their habitat. A natural spectacle at risk due to human progress. In Serbia, liquid trees filter the air using microalgae. Urban devices that purify like real trees, releasing oxygen and capturing carbon dioxide. Biotechnology fighting pollution without roots. Petra in Jordan was carved in a rock by the Nabateans more than 2,000 years ago. Channel cisterns and monumental facades made it a desert wonder. Even today, it fascinates with its ancient engineering. La Rota of Italy in Ventimiglia is only 17 inches wide, a street you can only pass sideways. Historic heritage in miniature form, Lake Baikal in Siberia is the deepest in the world. More than 1 mile deep with unique biodiversity, it holds about 1/5 of the planet's unfrozen fresh water. A veterinarian monitors a lion's heart using an Apple Watch. Wearable technology serving wildlife. Non-invasive tracking with real-time data. The sargassum fish lives among floating algae that invade the Caribbean. While sargassum harms tourism, it provides shelter and food for many species. A controversial but vital ecosystem. At fairs, cannons are used to launch bowling balls over long distances. Precision technology for recreation. A show of power, noise, and entertainment. In the Strait of Magellan, the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans meet without mixing. Differences in temperature and salinity create a visible dividing line, a natural phenomenon that looks like magic. Hong Kong is home to the largest Rubik's Cube in the world, more than 6.5 feet per side and fully functional. It takes more than one person to turn, but only a genius to solve. Nikita, a viral artist, recreates the horror of Junji Ito using makeup. She creates monsters and distorted faces with brushes and extreme precision. Art that unsettles, fascinates, and goes viral. The Forex market has no physical headquarters. Currencies from around the world are traded between banks, companies, and individuals, generating over $7 trillion daily. Each currency's value shifts with economics, politics, or rumors. Human DNA matches chimpanzee DNA by 98%. Biologically, they are considered close evolutionary relatives. Genetic studies reveal insights into human disease and shared history. Earth's magnetic field acts as an invisible shield. It protects from solar radiation and makes life possible. Birds, turtles, and other animals use it to migrate. Without it, the planet would be constantly exposed. The gray wolf can walk more than 19 miles per day. It hunts in groups, cares for its young, and maintains a clear hierarchy. In extreme climates, cooperation is key to survival. Sea turtles can live more than 100 years. They cross entire oceans, survive storms, and return to the same beaches to nest. Symbols of strength and resilience, adapting to human threats and climate change. In the year 1981, the Osborne Company released the first laptop. It weighed about 24 pounds and looked like a suitcase. Despite its size, it pioneered portable computing. The first video on YouTube was titled "Me at the Zoo." Jawed Karim, one of the founders, appears in front of elephants. Uploaded in the year 2005, it marked the start of a new era in global communication. The QR code was invented in Japan in the year 1994. It was used to track car parts in factories. Today, it gives instant access to menus, promotions, and links from a phone. At Pados Pizzas, sweet pizzas drive dessert lovers wild. Each slice includes famous chocolates like Nutella or brownies for an exaggerated sugary experience. Instagram lights up every time someone posts a photo. The XXL croissant by Philippe Conticini looked like something from a dream. Huge, fluffy, and buttery, yet still light like the French classic. Available in Paris and London, it went viral for size and flavor. Robert Face Slimmer, a silicone facial ring aimed to tone face muscles. Used in suction and pressure exercises, it promised better circulation, reduced sagging and facial contouring without surgery. The pied de piquet was an essential technique in charreria. A rope was thrown to catch the legs of moving cattle. It required extreme precision to immobilize the animal without harm. The Hydrosaurus was a semi-arboreal lizard from Southeast Asia with a large dorsal crest. It swam like a fish and climbed like a monkey. Its long tail and slim body made it agile on land and water. Brain-machine interfaces already allowed objects to be controlled by thought. People with paralysis could move robotic arms right or navigate without touch. Companies like Neuralink developed brain chips for silent communication. Architects in South Korea and the United Arab Emirates designed floating cities to face climate change. Self-sufficient platforms using solar power, vertical farming, and full recycling. Science fiction turned real urban planning. Quantum teleportation already existed, but not like Star Trek. Scientists transferred information between particles without moving matter. This milestone promised ultra-fast computers and unhackable networks. Human-like robots are expected to care for the elderly and teach children. Models already exist with soft voices, realistic expressions, and the ability to lift or remind medication or offer companionship. The metaverse emerged as a second digital life. Job shopping, meetings, and concerts happen inside virtual worlds. With headsets and avatars, major companies invest millions to build this new reality. In caves or environments without light or clocks, the human body loses its sense of time. Volunteers developed entirely new internal rhythms, as if their biological clock reset from zero. The jellyfish Turritopsis dohrnii defies death. When damaged or stressed, it can reverse aging and return to a juvenile stage. Not immortal, but a biological mystery. During the Renaissance, artists used pigments made from extreme ingredients. Mommy Brown included powdered Egyptian mummies. They believed it gave magical properties and unique colors. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle broke classical logic. You cannot know both position and speed of a particle at the same time. The more precise one is, the less certain the other becomes. Welcome to quantum chaos. The Mandela effect causes shared false memories. Many believe Nelson Mandela died in prison, though he passed away in the year 2013. Logos phrases and scenes change in memory without clear explanation. Dogs see mainly blue and yellow tones, but detect motion better than humans. Their retinas have more rods, allowing them to hunt in low light and react quickly. Natural hunters with limited color vision. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first full-length animated feature film. Released by Disney in the year 1937, it changed cinema forever. Technique, emotion, and fantasy combined. In ancient times, fur coats symbolized nobility. Wearing fox marten or ermine distinguished the wealthy. More than warmth, it was a statement of power and status. Parrots like the African gray have intelligence comparable to a 5-year-old child. They recognize colors, understand concepts like same and different, and learn vocabulary. Geniuses with wings and beaks. Capuchin monkeys use tools with impressive creativity. They crack nuts with stones and use sticks to catch insects. This behavior shows reasoning and adaptability. In ancient Russia, frogs were placed in milk to preserve it. The skin of certain amphibians releases antimicrobial compounds that prevent spoilage, a natural method before modern refrigeration. In February of the year 2020, Steamboat Springs in Colorado set a record with the largest firework ever. It weighed over 2,600 pounds and reached about 2,200 feet before exploding in bright red. Tortas ahogadas are an icon of Guadalajara, Jalisco. Bread filled with pork, submerged in chili sauce with pickled onions and radishes. Intensely spicy and flavorful, the soul of Mexican street food. Riding spurs were used to give instructions to horses. Worn on the rider's heels with a metal disc or point, they stimulated without harm. Subtle control for complex maneuvers. In Monsters, Inc., one of the scarers enters Sid's room from Toy Story. The poster on the wall is identical, explaining why he was so terrified. A hidden Pixar connection. Mini World Lion in France recreated iconic Jurassic Park scenes in miniature. The giant gate, the sick triceratops, and more appeared in this animated attraction, blending nostalgia and detail. Designing your home without being an architect became possible with 3D Home Styler, a free, easy tool allowing drag and drop design with 3-dimensional visualization. Bots was a short film that fused robotics, 3-dimensional projection, and acting. It used industrial robotic arms and high-definition screens synchronized with an actor, creating an immersive science fiction experience. The largest gold bar in the world weighed about 550 pounds. Valued at $15 million, it could be touched by anyone at the Toy Gold Museum in Japan. Hyundai created a parking system inspired by crabs. The wheels could rotate sideways up to 45 degrees, allowing lateral movement, spins, and ultra-precise maneuvers. The Hydrosaurus, also known as the sail-tailed lizard, lives in New Guinea and the Philippines. Its prehistoric look and aquatic behavior make it resemble a modern mini dinosaur with an intimidating presence. The Motorola Dynatac, released in the year 1983, was the first mobile phone. It weighed over 2 pounds and cost nearly $4,000. Limited in features, it marked the beginning of the mobile era that transformed global communication. On the internet, some artworks have gone viral because they only appear in the dark. They use phosphorescent paint or LED lights to glow. This style is called light painting and combines art technology and photography in a single piece. William Shakespeare invented more than 1,000 words. Terms like swagger or eyeball appeared in his works. His linguistic play shaped modern English and is still used in everyday life. Alice in Wonderland was a gift. Lewis Carroll wrote it in the year 1862 for Alice Little. It began as a handwritten manuscript with drawings and later became a classic of fantasy literature. In China, there are more than 5,000 artificial intelligence robots capable of threading needles. Their sensors and computer vision allow movements more precise than those of an expert human hand. These androids are revolutionizing industries like medicine and watchmaking. In the Maldives, a luxury underwater villa called the Maraca floats above the sea. It has 2 levels with one completely submerged, allowing views of the ocean from the bed or bathtub. Sleeping inside a private aquarium is now possible. The collaboration between Crocs and Haribo created sandals shaped like gummy bears. They are translucent, colorful, and decorated with sweet figures. They sold out in minutes by mixing nostalgia, comfort, and pop culture. Volvo launched Life Paint, an invisible spray for bicycles and clothing. It activates under car headlights at night, improving visibility. It washes off with water and lasts about a week. Road safety that goes unnoticed but saves lives. David Garcia cooks pizzas over lava on the Pacaya volcano in Guatemala. He uses metal trays to prepare the famous volcano pizza. The result is a tourist attraction that mixes natural fire and flavor. The Osbileo electric bicycle weighs only about 24 pounds and is made from plant-based materials. It folds in 1 second and combines eco-friendly design, functionality, and clean urban mobility. Golden Sahara was a futuristic car created in the 1950s. It had remote control, automatic brakes, and glowing tires. It looked like something straight out of a science fiction movie. China revolutionized the world centuries before Europe. Inventions like paper gunpowder, the compass, and printing circulated as early as the 2nd century, long before the Renaissance, an advanced civilization that changed the course of human history. In Armenia, a restaurant serves the largest croissant and cup of coffee in the world. Coffee and pastry lovers visit to enjoy this exaggerated and highly shareable experience. A man built a Gibson-style guitar using McDonald's French fries. He used 15 large portions along with resin and glue. The instrument works and sounds surprisingly good, although it smells a bit like fries. Every year in Italy, a race is held with boats made of cardboard. Teams of 5 compete to go the farthest, and there are also prizes for the most creative designs. Dogs stick their heads out of car windows because they capture unique scents. By leaning out, they enjoy an intense olfactory experience impossible inside the vehicle. A true sensory party. In movies, villains never use iPhones. Apple sets a condition for producers that only good characters can be shown using their devices on camera. If someone uses one, you already know they are not the killer. Horse farriers shape the hoof to fit the horseshoe. They file, trim, and adjust depending on the terrain. This ancient, precise practice ensures the animal's health and stability. The DSXi Tense is a car with an asymmetrical design. One side has driving controls and the other is a relaxation capsule. In autonomous mode, the vehicle transports you while you enjoy the ride as a passenger. Among the rarest apples in the world are the White Ghost and the Black Diamond. Both have unique colors and flavors and are as difficult to grow as they are beautiful to see. The Czech Republic leads global beer consumption. Its people drink between 40 and 42 gallons per person each year. In this country, beer is part of everyday culture. Shumuk is the most expensive perfume in the world. Created in Dubai, it costs over $1 million. Its bottle contains gold pearls and diamonds, and the fragrance blends sandalwood roses, incense, and musk. An ancient diving suit proved it was possible to survive at depths of about 3,280 feet. It was made entirely of metal, and although it looked like science fiction, it worked perfectly in early experiments. Mountain goats climb nearly vertical walls with ease. Their hooves have hard edges and soft inner pads that provide traction. Their balance is so precise they seem to defy gravity. Synchronized swimmers use fish gelatin to fix their hairstyles. This substance hardens the hair until it cannot move. The most painful part is removing it after competition. Kalani Latan practices ancient surfing without a board, using only his body. He charges massive waves in an extreme sport called body surfing, challenging the ocean with strength, speed, and impressive technique. Sailors in the Second World War used a lighter that needed no gas or fuel. It worked with sparks trapped in a carbonized cotton cord, ideal for extreme conditions like wind or desert. Anahani, a child with autism, went viral for his photographic skills using toys. He creates miniature scenes with perfect perspective using only an iPhone. Proving talent does not require professional cameras. Aircraft emergency slides cost between $6,000 and $30,000. They inflate in seconds using compressed gas and are made from ultra-resistant materials. Only the crew can activate them. Giant clams top the list of the largest mollusks in the world. They can grow longer than 3 feet and weigh over 440 pounds. Once attached to the seabed, they remain immobile for life. Their nutrition comes from symbiotic microalgae living in their tissues, allowing them to survive without moving. Tessa Hansen-Smith is a teenager who suffers from a rare condition known as water allergy, preventing a normal life. It causes swelling, intense pain, fever, and sores with minimal contact with liquids. Even drinking water can injure her mouth. Her body reacts negatively to sweat, saliva, and tears. Owls have pointed feathers on their heads that look like ears, but their real hearing organs are on the sides of the skull. These openings are asymmetrical and vertically oriented, giving them extremely precise hearing. Thanks to this anatomy, they can detect the faintest sounds from far away. Gustav, a colossal crocodile from Burundi in Africa, reached nearly 23 feet in length and weighed over 2,000 pounds. It is believed this impressive specimen lived around 7 decades. Its fame grew after a documentary released in the year 2004 introduced it to the world. The rodent known as the kangaroo rat stands out for its ability to jump distances of up to 6.5 feet. Its body reaches a maximum length of about 12 inches and weighs just over 3.5 ounces. It lives mainly in dry desert environments and propels itself using strong hind legs. Benjamin was the last documented representative of the thylacine, also called the Tasmanian tiger. Habitat destruction and mass hunting led to the complete disappearance of the species. He spent his final years in an Australian zoo under human care. His death symbolized the definitive extinction of these unique marsupials. The famous snow wall route in Tateyama, Kurobe, Japan, is known for its massive snow walls that exceed 65 feet in height. This spring route connects the towns of Tateyama and Ogazawa in the Japanese Alps. Jordi Roca is considered a legend in the world of pastry. He is the creative force behind desserts at El Celler de Can Roca, a restaurant in Girona with 3 Michelin stars. This culinary temple has been named the best in the world twice. Jordi's skill and originality place him among the most influential pastry chefs on the planet. Cerro del Cubilete, located in Mexico, reaches an elevation of about 8,460 feet. At its summit stands the majestic statue of Christ of the Mountain, also known as Christ the King, built in the year 1940. This iconic site is a major destination for religious and cultural tourism. The Gippsland earthworm is a large creature that inhabits swamps and wet areas in the state of Louisiana in the United States. This species is notable for its unusual length, far greater than common earthworms. Ilisani Silva is recognized as the tallest female model in Brazil and one of the tallest in the world. Her exceptional height has helped her stand out in the fashion industry, breaking stereotypes and setting trends. Ken Storns, a Norwegian known as the Living Kratos, has gained fame for living a life full of risk and extreme emotion. His dangerous jumps and bold expeditions have made him a sensation on social media, where thousands follow his adventures. The Pyramid of the Sun stands as one of the most impressive and recognizable structures of ancient Teotihuacan in the heart of Mexico. With a height of about 213 feet and a square base extending about 738 feet on each side, this monumental structure is one of the largest pre-Columbian constructions in Mesoamerica. Moonwalkers are futuristic shoes designed to speed up walking using advanced technology. They include motorized wheels and smart sensors that regulate movement for smooth, controlled propulsion. These shoes can reach speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, allowing fast movement without extra physical strain. The Burgund Stave Church is one of the best preserved examples of wooden architecture in Norway. Located in the small village of Borgen in the municipality of Lærdal, this medieval marvel blends Viking art with early Christian influences. Built using traditional carpentry techniques, it reflects the skill and creativity of craftsmen of the time. Hamid Fatih is an Egyptian athlete specialized in handball, recognized worldwide for his extraordinary height of 7 feet 6 inches, placing him among the tallest people in the world. His imposing physique gives him a notable strategic advantage on the court, making him a key presence near the goal. And this is all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Zarpado facts.